Memphis into this. Memphis has nothing to do
Listen,
with this.
this is the Memphis is in this, okay?
Memphis is not
So
in this.
Memphis is
No,
definitely implicated.
absolutely not.
Memphis is
Absolutely not.
definitely implicated because the private investigator getting the timestamps is clearly from Memphis. So since the private investigator that works for your law firm, you know, your one-man private investigator, second chair, first chair law firm over there. Yeah. So Memphis is involved.
Do not
And
sully Memphis's good name in this
I
trial.
think, well, I'm glad that you're admitting that your actions are sullying Memphis's good name because I'm
No,
only
your
referencing
action,
you
no,
with
because there
Memphis.
would be
So if
nothing to
you
sully
are,
anybody's
no, 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 no,
name
no.
if
What
somebody
I'm
has
saying is
stayed
that
off of hose of consciousness, not even house of consciousness, hose of
no,
consciousness.
what I'm saying is clearly the philanthropic work within the community has created a new platform for people to get real time, real information from a cardiotherapist specialist who can tell people things about their cardiovascular system that we wouldn't be able to have this if it wasn't for my work in the community with the community scholars.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is it reasonable to assume that the only avenue that you could have been reached at by this cardiologist is through hose of consciousness?
He's a member of that audience.
Objection, Your Honor. Witness not answering, or
Please answer the
defendant not
correct
answering the
question directly.
This is correct. The show would not have formulated any other way.
So
What
you
show?
think that there's no other direct avenue he could have
Correct,
reached
sir.
into? So you don't do weekly classes, you don't do daily classes where people can just come in and talk to you?
That is a fact, but everybody just can't come on to
So
my
okay, so why is the only reasonable avenue House of Consciousness if you do your own show?
because he's a member of that audience.
So okay, so we've
So
been
me
there for
going
years
into
now.
me
We've been
going
there for
over
years
there.
now. Wait. No. We've been there for years now. How long you been on House Consciousness doing debates with community scholars?
I think that is not relevant to the case
How's objection?
or to the evidence.
Objection.
Or to the evidence.
I have the
Objection.
defendants. I have the defendants' analytics pulled up here. I'd like to show the audience how much his YouTube channel has grown while messing with the hose of consciousness. What was the date of the debate? Let's take a look here. It's not that Saturday. So this was the 25th, I'm going to say. Wait, no, I'm sorry. We're in November, right? So it wasn't last Saturday. It was Saturday before. So that was October the 25th. Right, chat? Is that the date? So on October the 25th, if you can see here, he gained no subscribers. On Sunday, he gained no subscribers. On Monday, he lost 10 subscribers. On the 28th, he gained 10 subscribers. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Friday and Saturday, he gained no subscribers. On Sunday, he gained 10. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, none. I just want to put that out there to show that there's not much growth coming from the hose of consciousness.
It is purely philanthropical work, sir.
So does your philanthropy extend to making old people fight on that platform?
You mean increasing their hunger for knowledge?
You can call it whatever you want to. We watched what happened. People were fighting, and they fought because of things
No,
you said.
they got passionate about acquiring information.
They fought because of things you said.
No, they did not fight. They got passionate about acquiring information, sir.
So they fought about.
No,
things
they
that
didn't
you
fight.
Directly said.
No, they didn't fight. They got passionate.
Your Honor, permission to treat witnesses hostile.
Please go ahead.
Okay, EnQi. Nah, this is some bullshit. You know damn well you was up there inciting these people to fight with each other. Sai is up here talking about motherfuckers pissing and shitting inside of a fish. You did this. You started this. Did you not? Were there not words that you exchanged
I do
that
not
made
recall.
two people on this platform fight?
I do not recall. I do not recall. And I especially do not recall any violating of fish on the show. I don't remember any of that.
We just watched the video.
And in that video, there was some fish violated.
In the video in question, it is very clear that words that you stated made these people fight. Very.
But what about the fish? Did you just
Oh,
make
if
that
we
up?
if we go to the extended tape, which we really don't have time to watch all of it, all the evidence.
Oh, we don't have time for the evidence.
Oh, it's not like it's not there because the video is still up.
Interesting.
The video is still up, and
Interesting.
it's in between them timestamps.
Your
We
Honor.
only had 3 minutes.
Your Honor.
We had 3 minutes.
Your
to put
Honor,
it
I
together.
object. I object to this wild goose chase where the attorney is arguing on evidence that is not present in the
Okay,
case.
so the evidence.
So
of you
we
making
should
two
go
fighting,
ahead and either
the
dismiss
evidence
this
of two
case.
people fighting.
We
is
should
because of
dismiss
you
this
saying
case
that-
or file for a adjournment so that the prosecution can properly get their evidence together, as well as the defense can get together their defense.
We have the defense
Absolutely
right
not.
here. The defense is right here. He says, shout out to attorney Paul Johnson. Through the sheer intellectual force of my client's arguments, 5 listeners, 5 individuals who had been previously swayed by misinformation have contacted us, ready and eager to learn the facts of evolution. 5 people who, had my client stayed home, would still be listening to the outdated theories and rambling inconsistencies of opposition.
Correct. And so
He's
what
not
is
done
being-
yet. Your defense is not done yet. It says this wasn't a debate. It was an intellectual rescue mission. My client didn't just win the argument. He won 5 souls back from the darkness of low effort scholarship. This is not wasted time. This is educational evangelism. May it please the court, the prosecution has focused on the minute details of an intellectual skirmish attempting to punish my client for daring to engage.
Okay,
They
so
see
first
a
of
cost.
all-
We see a return on investment. We are here to prove that my client's debate was not a crime, but a highly effective pro bono public service announcement with quantifiable results.
Okay, so first of all, Paul is arguing charges that have already been dismissed. We cannot charge EnQi for those. We cannot try EnQi for those charges again. So Paul is arguing something.
No, he's not. Paul is
excuse me,
arguing.
sir.
Paul is arguing against these erroneous charges
Order
that have
in
been
the court.
levied
Sir.
by the
Order in
prosecution.
the bailiff.
Sir. Paul is arguing charges that have already been tried, that you have already been found not guilty of. We are arguing new charges
And that's
from a
what Paul
brand
is
new
discussing.
stream.
That's
From a
what-
brand
that
new
is-
stream that just happened after you took your little victory lap last week on KeMedicine.
No, that's exactly what Paul is talking about, because what you're not looking at is your reckless abandonment of the community. And so we should be uplifting the community, going back to give back to the community, not abandoning the poor and downtrodden.
I'm glad you said that.
So we have to go back to the community and teach and encourage them to passionately, vigorously attack their studies. And so what you have misinterpreted in front of the jury as inciting community grifting is actually getting the community passionate about returning to their studies, passionate about returning to reading and researching and looking things up, and then sharing that information with their friends and family, as well as maybe some people on the internet.
I have one question. Are you debating Jabari next week?
Would you please
Oh, so
answer
you don't
the
know how to talk?
question?
You forgot how to talk?
Huh?
Huh? Oh yeah, you forgot how to talk. Simple question. I'll ask it again. Are you debating Jabari next week?
Next week? No.
Or is there a debate scheduled between you and Mr. Jabari Osaze for the calendar year of 2025?
At this time, I do not have the details to accurately answer that question.
So you just up here lying now.
Perjury.
At this time, I do not have the details to accurately answer that question.
Yes or no? You wish to engage Mr. Jabari Osaze in an intellectual debate before the end of 2025.
Pop said, lock his black ass up.
Wish is a very let me see how I would like to describe the term wish.
Shout out to the beat top.
I think wish is flimsy.
I can use a different term. Is there not a debate scheduled between you and Mr. Jabari Osaze before the end of the calendar year 2025?
As of right now, there is not a debate scheduled between me and Jabari.
They're still trying to figure out a date.
Are there plans?
Hey.
Are there
Are you
plans?
the judge or are you part of the legal team? What is happening right now?
Are there plans in place for you to debate Mr. Jabari Osaze before the end of the calendar year?
Attorney Paul Johnson says, we are pleading the fifth. My client is exercising his absolute, non-waivable, and deeply necessary right to ring. There is no constitution in Hotep Jesus. There are no Fifth Amendment rights in Hotep Jesus.
What?
There is no Fifth Amendment right in Hotep Jesus.
That's wild.
Whoa. No further questions. We've presented our evidence.
We're gonna take this to the jury. Let's go ahead and put the poll up. Let's put the poll up for the jury. Is he guilty or not innocent?
You see, that's more jury tampering. I believe that the jury should, based on witness and jury tampering alone, dismiss these charges.
Motion denied.
The jury is now deliberating. They have 2 minutes to deliberate and put in their verdict. Crazy. And they will decide your fate.
This is wild.
On today, November the 4th. So far, it's close. We got 11 for not guilty, 10 for guilty.
Let's go.
We still got time in this poll. Go ahead.
No, we don't. That's it. It's 11 to 10.
It's 2 minutes. We're still waiting for these votes to come in.
It's 11 to 10. It's 21 votes. Come on now. That's
15 to 12, not guilty.
Come on.
Heather says guilty.
Heather. Heather, come on now. I'm trying to do some community work. Look at any one of these brothers could easily be breaking into somebody's car. I'm trying to get the brothers back into books and read.
Instead, you got them breaking into our ears with this nonsense.
It just flipped. We got 18 guilty, 17 not guilty.
This is crazy.
The deliberations are coming in. It's tied up. 18-18.
Heather has manipulated the jury.
Ozzy says free EnQi.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Steph says not guilty.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. What are we talking about? Let's go.
We still it's 21 guilty, 18 not guilty. That's crazy. Looks like we're about to. There's only a few seconds left in the poll. Get your votes in.
No. How is only a few seconds left now? We need more time, clearly. When it was 11 to 10, you had plenty of time.
More time is not going to erase what we saw.
The poll has ended. Dr. EnQi has been found guilty, 21-19.
That is crazy. And there's people who did not get to vote on my behalf.
How do you know?
Because they right there. What you mean? Look at all these people. They trying to get their votes in.
They voted. The verdict is guilty. We finally got a good job, jury. We finally got him.
I demand a recount.
We don't know how to do that over here.
We do. All you gotta do is put another poll up
Absolutely.
and allow them to properly vote, because there was voter registration fraud. Clearly.
Paul says we appeal on the grounds of gross and judicial error. The record would clearly show that this court consistently denied the defense core rights, including failure to grant continuance. Okay, you got no rights in Hotepistan.
Paul going back to the replay.
That's crazy.
Lock Paul up. Bailiff. Next week we're gonna sentence. We're gonna put our sentencing in next week.
How are we sentencing that? We filed for appeal already.
We're gonna review the appeal this week, and next week you'll be sentenced. We're gonna deny the appeal, by the way.
No, we're not denying the appeal. We gotta put the appeal through the appellate process.
The jury's asking for a free EnQi book coupon code.
That's crazy.
They want some free books. That might sway the jury next time you come in front of the court and the people of Hotepistan. The people have won.
Y'all have free audio books in the guise of short 90 seconds to 3-minute sound bites of condensed book knowledge that is hyper palatable. It's like processed book information.
So basically he's saying no. He's saying no free books for you niggas.
I'm saying you have hundreds of free songs right now that have the material of the books, so that way you can absorb the information at your leisure. So I'm not saying no. What I'm saying is yes to the music. The books are the food, the songs are the vitamins. So all they have to do is go and get those nutritional supplements in a wide variety of playlists, from reggae to jazz to drill.
He'll have plenty of time to write new free books in the Hotep re-education camp. So y'all just need to wait for that. You'll be all right.
That's crazy.
We're about to talk science. In the meantime, I'm going to play the anthem Hotepistan while I get changed into my laboratory gear.
We here now. Uncle Hotep Jesus, strong dad salute. Professor Tanei, Dr. EnQi in the booth, grifting the world, gifting the truth. Watch us move. Hotepistan, the kingdom of kings. Wisdom that echoes when the ancients sing. Hotepistan, the kingdom of kings. Building empires with the gifts we bring. Biological, quantum, comedic precision. Dropping jewels like diamonds, this is surgical vision. Strong dads with the math, y'all can't handle division. Subtract the lies, add the truth, now we live in the mission. Tanei with the lens, zoom in on the plot. Dr. EnQi in the lab, cooking science that's hot. We grip, we lift, build pyramids out of blocks. The podcast cast, better watch your clocks. Hotepistan, the kingdom of kings. Wisdom that echoes when the ancients sing. Hotepistan, the kingdom of kings. Building empires with the gifts we bring. Grifting the world, gifting the world. Knowledge unfolds, banners unfurl. We here now. Uncle Hotep Jesus, strong dad salute. Professor Tanei, Dr. EnQi in the booth, grifting the world, gifting the truth. Watch us move. Hotepistan, the kingdom of kings. Wisdom that echoes when the ancients sing.
Okay, so we
Hotepistan.
What happened?
Oh.
What happened? I'm ready to do science. Dr. Mufkazut is here. Hey, Paul, I'm going to Hotep court tomorrow. I might need you to... They got charges on me in court tomorrow. I'm going to need some representation.
You need some new charges for them glasses.
I'm in the lab. It's time to get to work.
That is crazy right there.
What happened?
Those glasses are diabolical.
What you mean? These are not glasses. These are laboratory certified science goggles.
They really are. Those are the ones that we sell to our students.
You know what I'm saying?
Those are diabolical.
You just jealous because you ain't got none.
I got some downstairs.
Oh, okay. Dr. Mufkazut is here. Huh?
It's diabolical for you to have them on this live stream after oppressing
I'm sorry.
freedom fighters.
I take my job seriously. We talk science. I make sure I come with all of my materials.
After oppressing intellectual activists.
Activist.
That was activism.
That was not activism.
That was activism. I was getting the community active.
In other words, inciting community grifting. And
No,
grifting.
I was inciting community study.
No, okay.
And
Is that what you're doing with Jabari too?
And community sharing.
So that's what you do with Jabari too?
No comment, sir. See,
Okay.
See, that's entrapment right there. See,
How is that entrapment?
There's entrapment and jury tampering that's been going on. This is crazy.
Today we're talking about joint pain.
Oh, I got pull that too.
We got a couple of things. Hold on, let me open up the KeMedicine file cabinet. We talking about joint pain. Glycine is a non-essential amino acid. Dad's workout may shape his child's endurance capacity and metabolic health. We got that and much, much more. If you want to learn about science, you're in the right place. The eye wash station? Okay. Yeah, we got the eye wash station.
They are also in the right place to see community activists denied their rights.
There are no rights in Hotepistan.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
This is a communist dictatorship.
My point exactly.
Lauren said, I ain't got no joint pain. I smoke blunts. Lauren, charges. It is no weed. There's no Mufkazut November. We are quitting the Mufkazut for all of November. Okay. Anyway, joint pain. I got some joint pain right now. Right here in my wrist. It's been hurting.
My shoulder. Bro.
Yeah.
Most of the people I know say they have joint pain when they can't afford any joints.
Oh. Nah, my shoulder's been going crazy lately. It's only my right one too.
Why? You been doing bench press?
I don't know. So so I was benching earlier, and lifting off the bar. I was like, damn, like why's my shoulder hurt? Like, cause especially when you're doing like a barbell bench, it's hard to actually get your shoulders in a position where they're not flared out.
Right.
So it does put a lot of strain on your shoulders. And that's something that just happens as you age. Like it's harder for your joints to bear the load from a bench press. They actually tell you that like once you go over a certain age, it's not as helpful to bench press because you're at risk for more like tears and stuff like that. But like fuck all that. Like I don't care. I want to keep benching. So
I have not benched in like I want to say 5 or 6 weeks because of that joint pain. Like I kept feeling it like on my left shoulder, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. I can't do it.
It's probably best to just not do it if you're having those kinds of issues. But I'm hard headed, so I just did it anyway.
Yeah, I every time I walk past the bench, I cry. I miss the bench. I miss it. So now I got this wrist pain that's been persistent for months now. Is the joints pain but supposed to be like a whole few months? How long will it take to heal?
So it can be, especially if like you're not getting proper regeneration of like the tendons and the ligaments and stuff. So it can be one of the common reasons why your wrist hurt like that is like especially if you do bench if you like break your wrist.
Right.
So like you're supposed to bench with like your knuckles in line with the rest of your wrist, and like some people will bench like this, and so when that happens, it puts more pressure on your wrist.
Right.
And then when you do push-ups too, when you're pushing up off the ground, it puts a lot of pressure on your wrist too. So that probably could be where it's from.
Yeah, I can't do push-ups without dumbbells. I need to use dumbbells to do my push-ups.
Okay, yeah, that's probably where it's coming from, man.
Can you ask Dr. EnQi if there's value of pushing through the pain and allowing your body to deal with it?
That depends. Did you vote not guilty or guilty?
He was one of the not guilty people. He's on your side. You need vitamin C, Glycine. Is that what I need? Is that true?
Vitamin C helps with collagen synthesis. So yeah, it's gonna help repair. It's gonna help repair your connective tissue.
Pop says, start the court back up.
They're trying to get me off now.
So what is joint pain? What is that? What is happening there? Are there like electrons like acting up? Is it inflammation? Is it what is?
Wait a minute. Hold on. You cannot have on those glasses and that jacket and say, are there electrons acting up? See, that is no, sir. That is good enough for charges right there. But what happened? What a lot of joint pain is, honestly, a lot of joint pain. Before we get into now, of course, you know I have a book on it.
Oh boy, here we go.
You know I have actually a series of books. I have 3 of them. 360 sports articulation books. It's a small mini series. 360 sports articulation. Volume 1, 2, and 3. And it's all about the joints and tendons, all of those tissues in between bones, ligaments, all of those good things.
So what's in there?
In the books?
Yeah.
All the information people need.
Okay, so give us some appetizers or something.
Yeah, I gotta start voting not guilty. This is crazy. I gotta save my prosecutors after they done threw me in the gulag.
Okay, Chad. So again, he's talking about philanthropy, but he don't want to give you a little sample of what's going on in the book.
Got him.
Those people did not prosecute me.
They've been prosecuting your ass all year. Past 10 years, they've been prosecuting your ass.
Better a couple decades. So here's one of the things that's going on. There's a few things going on. We have a problem with synovial fluid, right? We have a problem with synovial fluid.
Synovial fluid?
Mm-hmm. We have a problem with synovial fluid. We also have a problem with sugar.
Okay.
So sugar creates its own unique hidden problem that I think they have a name for, like frozen shoulder. It's like a little nickname for it, but glycation. So here's the thing. Glycation doesn't only happen on blood. Glycation can happen in a wide variety of places. So sugar's an issue and synovial fluid's an issue. Beyond that, pressure management is an issue.
Lifting too much.
So there is a there is a balance between lifting too or just putting too much pressure and not enough recovery.
So I'm gonna have to like lay off the pressure.
Yeah, you gotta put your foot on the gas on the recovery part.
And how does that happen?
Take a nap. Nap time.
The other part too is like a lot of exercises don't allow you to directly put load onto the parts of your body that are supposed to bear it. So like when you train your stabilizer groups. So my personal trainer tells me a lot about this and talking about like when you actually train your stabilizers that like a lot of your lifts will go up because your body's just able to stabilize the load better. So a lot of times when you're trying to lift something, it's not that you can't lift it, it's that your body can't stabilize it. And so that translates to not being able to lift it. But a lot of people's, one rep
We're gonna
max, certain things will go up because they train their stabilizers
we're
better.
gonna bring your trainer in and put him on charges. How about that? We're gonna file some charges on your trainer.
Okay,
Okay.
we go five. Okay, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna file some charges on your trainer. How about that? But yeah, synovial fluid issues, pressure issues, rest recovery issues. Um, as an extension of rest and recovery issues, you have the fact that your ligaments and your tendons take a lot longer to heal than the muscles they are attached to. So, when you go in, doing bro splits indefinitely. There are people I know that have been doing, chest and back on Tuesday and arms and whatever on Wednesday. And, like they've been running that routine for years sometimes. And you just never really think about the fact that your muscles heal a zillion times faster than those. So your muscle has to pull on tendons in order to get the bone to respond. And that pulling on the tendons is the same as the ligaments. The only difference between tendons and ligaments is muscle to bone versus bone to bone connection. But yeah, so we just don't give them enough time to heal.
I feel like what had happened was I got stronger faster than my tendons did. Like my muscles got stronger faster than my tendons did. My joints.
All that, yeah, that's a human everybody, that's how everybody's body works. But the problem is okay, let's just make a hypothetical situation, right? Let's just say on Monday, right? On Monday, your muscles are 10 pounds strong and so are your tendons, right? Your muscles and your tendons are 10 pounds strong. So now you work out on Monday. On Monday, because you worked out, everything gets a little tired, everything gets a little weaker. So now on Tuesday, your muscles and tendons are 8 pounds strong. By Wednesday, right? Now, none of these dates actually line up. It's just hypothetical so you could get the idea.
Okay.
By Wednesday, your muscles are now 12 pounds strong
Wait, what?
because you got a little recovery.
Okay.
So your muscles have healed up and now they're stronger now. So now
Okay.
your muscles are 12 pounds strong.
Okay.
Your tendons, though, are not even back to 10 pounds strong yet. They haven't even recovered back to the original 10. They're still at 8. But your muscles feel good. So you back in the gym again. And now you got that 12-pound muscle, which is stronger than the 10-pound muscle, yanking on the weakened 8-pound tendon. And so by Thursday, the tendon is now 6 pounds strong because it's even weaker. Your muscle is 10 pounds strong because it got a little weak. But by Friday, your muscle is now 14 pounds strong and your tendon is 6 pounds strong. And you started off on Monday with both of them being 10 pounds strong. But progressively, they're going in opposite directions. As your muscle's getting stronger, your tendon is not getting a chance to heal. It's getting progressively weaker over time. And so, yeah.
So Paul said solution: high reps, low weight, so them tendons can catch up. Natty asks, would ice or hot baths help with the speed of recovery?
Sure, but a nap time is.
Yeah, ice has been shown in the literature to not be as helpful as we previously thought, especially in the past couple of years. There's been a lot of articles that come out that actually discourage icing things down now because it slows your recovery down.
Wow. So what, is heat better?
Heat's better, yeah, because it gets more blood flow into the area, so you can get more nutrients into the area, so it can actually rebuild.
Interesting. So ice is probably only good for like swelling, right? To get swelling down?
Yeah, ice is good to bring swelling down, but the thing about swelling is that swelling is a response to damage. So
Right.
that's inflammation. So all inflammation is not bad.
Right.
So the inflammation, all inflammation is not bad because it's a signal from your body that's telling you like, hey, there's something over here that needs to be repaired. So you're bringing these things in so that you can, so you're basically inflaming the area, increase blood flow to bring the things over that need to heal the area.
So the ice and the heat,
Right. So
work.
you know to okay. So
Yes.
no, no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no, no.
Ice and heat work.
Ice and heat work in
You just
what,
have to
like, what
know
do you
what
mean?
to apply and when to apply it. Ice and heat work.
So again, as a blanket statement, no, ice does not work as well as we previously thought. Now, can you use it in conjunction with icing and heating? Yes, you can.
But that's
But
what the person said. Ice and
no,
heat. Read the comment again.
It says, would ice and or hot baths help with the speed of recovery?
okay, okay, so ice by
Okay.
itself,
All
no,
right.
it doesn't.
I
Ice
thought
by
he said
itself is
ice
not
and
as
heat
good.
the first time. I thought he said
No,
ice and
yeah,
heat.
see, that's why you don't listen. That's why
We have to go
you
back
be
to the
up there arguing
videotape. We
with
have
the
to go back to the
community
videotape. This is more entrapment. This is more entrapment. Okay.
Oh shit, Keisha's awake.
So in a vacuum, no, ice is not as helpful as heat. If you had to use one or the other, heat is better, but you can do both of them back and forth, so you can get the swelling to come down so that your healing is more efficient. But you don't want to use ice as just a blanket because it's going to slow your healing down.
Interesting. So is this hot bath or just any form of heat? Maybe we can take like a rag and like put some boiling water on it and then
Or
use
you get
that.
in the sauna.
Sauna works too. Okay. Nice hot
Right, but
sauna.
here's the thing. What are we talking about exactly?
My wrist.
Okay, so your wrist is in pain, in regular pain, or you're in pain post-workout pain?
That like if I do this, I can feel it like right there. I can feel it like right here. I could feel it.
Crazy. This is crazy.
What happened? You asked me where the pain was at.
Come on, bro. As I told y'all about opening up them screens and all that, you know what I mean? Listen, now we have primary evidence that you've been going crazy. Okay? Your Pornhub membership is through the roof, sir. You've been watching what is that? Blacks.com. Get off of that website, man. Your wrist will be fine.
Will it?
So
Yes.
you might have a little like tear in there somewhere. Like there's probably something that you just need to let heal for a little bit.
So a little tear ain't bad. That's not like something that's.
I mean, it's not necessarily. I wouldn't say it's not bad. I mean, obviously, if it hurts, then something is wrong. Like your body's telling you, like, hey, something in here is messed up.
But I don't have to go to the hospital or nothing.
No.
Oh, okay.
This is not medical advice. Do your own research. But I would not.
Wow.
Go to the hospital
That was
for it
crazy.
if it's
You're going to
just
jail. You're going to jail. This is crazy. Listen, this is
I
what
would
I'm going
not
to say.
go to the
Glycine, so
hospital
that's a
for it.
big win.
Listen, this is what I would say. You may have some carpal tunnel development.
Yeah, it could be that too.
You may have some carpal tunnel development because of how much internet and how much computer stuff you're doing. So if you combine that repetitive movement along with the workout and not enough nap time, because y'all overlooking when I keep saying take a nap.
I got
Right?
I got the carpal tunnel mouse pad.
All right. So
that
we
keeps
want to
my wrist
definitely
straight.
put that. We want to put that with the icy hot, because over the last few years, we've discovered evidence that carpal tunnel pad may
I
not
don't
be
talk
as
like that. Stop it.
efficient as we've previously.
I don't talk like that. Stop it.
Well, that carpal tunnel pad is not going to save you, champ. You're on the
I don't think
internet
it's from the
quite a bit.
computer. I think it's from the gym. I don't do
I think
all
it's
that
from
type of.
Pornhub, but we're just saying in general.
It is from the gym, sir. It is from the gym.
Trust me, overlooking your keyboard usage would be crazy.
I don't
especially
use
with
the
that-
keyboard a
with
lot.
that movement. What do you mean you don't use the keyboard a lot? We hear you pressing buttons every show. What are you talking about?
That's
we hear
not
the buttons.
No, you got to be like typing, like, like a secretary typing all day to start
Who
getting
said
carpal.
that? Who said? Source it up. Who said that?
Dr. Mufkaza
my
said
God.
it. I am the source.
There we go. That's why that wrist is crazy right now.
It is from the gym, sir.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
So what do we
I
do
would
about
split
it?
the difference and say that it could be from the gym and it could also be from what you do on the computer.
I think if it was from the gym, you probably have something similar going on with the other wrist.
Not necessarily. It is. I will say that there's a high probability. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm right-handed, so if I'm pushing the bar, obviously my right hand's going to compensate more because I'm right-handed. So that's where the pain's probably coming from.
No, it shouldn't have any compensation if you know what you're doing in the gym. So
I don't know what I'm doing in the gym. That's part of the problem.
I think you do. I think you're having more issues with that keyboard, sir, and you're just trying not to deal with it. And you're hitting that split screen, and so the split screen and the Palmela, Palmela and the keyboard.
Sammy Ivory said it's not from the gym. Okay, well, I wonder where you gonna go when I drop these 5-minute timeout on your ass, nigga. Want to get this up as a bell, nigga.
What? Wait a minute. Huh? That is crazy right there.
All in my life and shit. This is all in my life. You fucking telling me what it is. I told you it's from the gym, goddammit. It's from the gym.
That's wild.
And then EnQi had me doing push-ups, so that inflamed it up.
What?
You don't remember when you had me doing push-ups on like KeMedicine 5? Huh?
Yeah, keyboard, sir.
What was you about to say, Tanei?
I would say, so this is so EnQi's got a deep lore. I got a little bit of lore too. So I used to work in a furniture factory, and so like I used to build like couches and shit. And you know how you used to have like staple guns, like the big staple guns, squeezing the staple gun like all the time. I think I developed carpal tunnel for a little bit too, because there was a lot of times like I could not feel my wrist. Like you just building couches for 12 hours a day. And it went away after I probably say like 6 months of not working there. But like carpal tunnel is really.
What is carpal tunnel?
He had a nap time.
Yeah.
He took a rest.
Yeah. So the rest definitely does help. You do have to let your body catch up. That is like, so sometimes when you overtrain muscles, your muscle will get too big for the tendons and the ligaments, and so you have more force that's pulling on the connective tissue, and that's where a lot of tears happen.
It occurs when the median nerve, which runs from the forearm into the hand, becomes compressed within the narrow passageway in the wrist known as the carpal tunnel. Wow. Numbness, tingling, pain, aching in the wrist, hand, or forearm that can sometimes radiate upward to the shoulder. No, it's not going up to the shoulder. Difficulty grabbing objects.
It says sometimes. No. It says sometimes, sir.
Making a fist. Making a fist, no. Performing fine motor moves like buttoning a shirt, no. This can lead to dropping things that's like, no, I don't got carpals.
You going down.
I don't got the carpals.
You got the jerkos.
Sir. Sentencing is next week, like Pop-Pop said. Sentencing is next week. I suggest you watch yourself. Lauren, what the fuck you think is so funny, Lauren? Huh? That ain't funny, Lauren. Mind your fucking business. Don't laugh at this nigga jokes. Time your ass out.
Crazy.
Huh? It's ridiculous. So what
See
do I
how-
do? Just a nap gonna fix my wrist?
Well, extended rest. You got to come up
Oh,
with that.
dude.
Yeah. Start using your left hand for, various activities.
He's just violating, man. Like, this is retaliation.
I'm just saying for the keyboard usage and other activities, like the activities that you would normally be using that right hand for repetitively. Let's just, shift to the left hand. Like, give the right hand a break.
I haven't used that hand in over a week. I'll have you know.
You're supposed to be making a petition for light sentence, and this is not helping your case
At all.
I have put in several motions and petitions which have all been denied.
So it looks like you would be trying to make sure that the ones that we're actually allowing are going to be in your favor.
Which ones are that? There are none that's been allowed.
That's right. So you got sentencing. That's it. So you need to make sure your sentence is as light as possible.
It's crazy.
Somebody says carpal tunnel. Malanga teacher over on X said carpal tunnel is an impingement on the nerve that crosses the wrist.
You just read that.
Yeah. No, I was just showing them some love. Yeah. Yeah, it's no nut November, man. I ain't beat my meat since last week. Niggas gotta calm down, okay?
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Okay, so you suffering from. Oh my goodness! It is the 4th, so it's not that deep into November. You haven't given yourself that much of a break.
All right. So I need. I would say it's been better.
You should stop showing us that movie.
I haven't
that
done
move is crazy.
I haven't done. Oh, you know what it might be? I do the barbell overhead press, and that's the one that really hurts the wrist.
Yeah, if your form's not good on OHP, it's really easy to mess something up.
I'm gonna lay off that one. I'm gonna do some different shoulder exercises this week.
You should lay off the gym for a week.
No, we're not gonna do that.
That's why your wrist is like.
Not everything. So tomorrow's back day. I don't need my wrist for back day.
Oh, so you're not gonna use your hands?
I'm gonna use my hands.
Oh, okay.
But
your hands are not attached to the wrist.
Well, there's no stress put on them because it's all pulls.
Got you.
It only hurts when I do put stuff that forces me to bend my wrists.
All right, just saying. I suggested a week or maybe 2 weeks of rest.
2 weeks?
I'm saying at least a week, sure.
I did a week of rest.
I would say 2 weeks, really though. You know why? Because you're on the keyboard every day.
So I'd have to stop typing too.
No, because you're not going to stop typing. See, if you would stop doing everything for a week, that would be good. But since you're not going to stop typing, that's how you live and eat. I would say stay out of the gym for at least 2 weeks.
I'm just risk gonna
Especially
have to
if you're trying to avoid going to see them people.
What people?
The doctor. That's where you headed if you don't listen, champ. You're on your way to emergency room.
Natty said the way this Apex hitting, I'm not gonna last no November.
Shout out,
Hey, shit, I tell you, wait, my nuts is feeling right now. Them shits is full as hell, nigga. I can feel a bathtub right now.
Might definitely be TMI right there.
I'm just saying. Get a wrist brace as well? Okay. 2 weeks too long just to stay away for 3 days. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2 weeks is too long. The wrist just gonna have to die. Fuck it. We're gonna have to just deal with it. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
So all right. So carpal tunnel is rest and vitamin C.
Hey, just get an amputation. I mean, what are we doing? Chop that thing off. Let's just go old school.
It's been getting better, Tari. I'm just not gonna do the what do you call it, the ODB? What do you call it? The overhead barbell press, OBP? Yeah.
OHP.
According to Charles Darwin, some of that wrist is probably vestigial anyway. So Chop that thing off.
Sir, do not sully our podcast or our program with hose of consciousness rhetoric.
That is not hose of consciousness rhetoric.
Yeah, where is Strong Dad when we need him? See what he say. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you, nah, we ain't skipping no gym. I can't go 2 weeks without the gym. You know what it is for me? The gym is my mental health, yo. Like, I gotta be honest with you. Like, the days I go, I don't go because I'm trying to get the gains. I go because it's just like, I'm not me unless I'm moving.
So go to the gym, get on the treadmill, and go swimming, and put your clothes on and go home.
We don't have no pool in my gym. So you think I go to Equinox, nigga?
Need a new gym.
I can't afford that gym. That gym is a little expensive to have the fucking pool.
You got a salt bike at your gym?
A who?
A salt bike.
Salt bike?
A salt bike.
What's that?
It's like the fan
bike
bike.
that gives you,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, if you're trying to just do some rest like that, get your cardio right, man.
Yeah.
The assault bike is, and you still like you still working your arms and your legs, but you're also working your cardio too. So yeah, I would try the assault bike if you're trying to rest up.
But if I'm using my hands, isn't that gonna be bad for my wrist?
No, it's really low impact. It's more cardio than strength. I promise you.
That's so boring.
It's boring, but I mean your wrist hurt. So
But what you can do is grab one of those EnQi's playlists while you're riding on the bike, and it'll help you boredom. You'll be with the playlist.
EnQi got like 100 AI songs out now. Shout out to the Beatles.
Thank you, sir. This is not AI, just the Beatles. Just the Beatles. The Beatles are working hard, and I never question their methods. I don't ask them what they're doing. Okay.
He says, is the sauna good for joint pain relief? Yeah, Tanei said the sauna's good. Sammy says, bro, just use the dumbbells and stop the barbell lifts. You get a better pump anyway. It's better for your wrist because you can put it in a more neutral position. Yeah. Okay, I like that. That's good.
I agree. I think
I'm gonna put you into a specific position. It's better.
I think if you come off of the rest, then switch to the dumbbells, you'd probably be all right.
All right. I just don't like the way he worded that, so we're gonna put him in timeout. Sammy said, I don't like the way it sounded. It came off. I'm sensitive. It came off very rude. Like, bro, just use the dumbbells. Like I don't use the dumbbells. Like, that's what I'm doing. That's literally what I'm doing right now. Is the dumbbells.
That was you saw that in a distorted way because those glasses are distorting your vision.
No, he said, bro, just use the dumbbells. I don't.
Okay, that's one gym bro to another.
Abrasive. It's abrasive, and I'm sensitive.
It was affectionate.
Abrasive.
You have a very strange way of using synonyms. Like I don't think this stuff mean what you want it to mean sometimes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I ain't using the bands. The bands is for females, nigga. I use weights, nigga. Huh? I've been on my incline dumbbell press and it doesn't bother my wrist. And I got one of those wristbands that you wrap up the wrist and shit to keep my wrist in place. And that's been helping a lot.
We want you to stop saying nigga and start saying netcha.
Okay, Dad.
So that mean if that braces is preventing your pain, then that means that your wrist is probably hurt from bad form. Then.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely bad form. Yeah.
Bad form doing what though?
NK said you got female wrist. Yeah, my wrist work good enough to time your ass out though. Female nigga.
That's wow.
What up, though? Is there a difference in what this sauna or steam room would do to help recovery? Nah, it's probably the same thing. I think this steam room's gonna be better though, because you want to get some of that hydration up your nose and your sinuses and all of that.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna say is that neither the steam room, the sauna room, or ice can replace a nap time. See, I keep giggling and laughing when I say nap time. The human body recovers during sleep and no other time.
It does. You're absolutely correct.
And so if you're not getting enough recovery, you need more sleep.
Okay. So rest is the ultimate. Yeah,
but I
Natty
feel like you're
said.
modifying it when you change nap time to rest.
Natty
Because
said, "I don't
rest could
have."
be just laying down, like, like not checking your phone. I'm gonna just lay down for a few minutes and take it. Like I'm gonna just take it easy for a few. Like no.
2
You got to
weeks.
go to sleepy weepy time.
Natty said, "I don't have time to nap, EnQi." Yeah, we ain't got time for no fucking rest, nigga. We gotta go in,
All
nigga.
right, well, all right. Okay. We might as well just move on to the next topic.
Moving on to the what?
HJ's wrist is indisposed.
Moving on to the next discussion here. Do we want to talk about wait, what is the topic I chose for the night? Oh shit. Oh, cancer. I just typed that into the thing so people will watch. Anyway, dad's workout may shape a child's endurance capacity and metabolic health, or glycine is a non-essential amino acid.
Let's talk about glycine. That's EnQi really likes talking about that.
Okay, let's talk about glycine. So this image here, I'm going to put on the screen now.
How are you going to try to be my friend after court? That's crazy.
I'm always your friend. That's why we called you out for doing that bullshit at Host of
My
Consciousness.
man said EnQi really likes talking about glycine. EnQi likes not guilty.
Jack Schroeder says centralized science. Glycine is a non-essential amino acid, and then shows glycine. I think the issue is here. Jack Schroeder doesn't know what non-essential means.
Which he's pointing out that a lot of people also don't know what non-essential means and don't know what it means in the amino acid context, which is why people don't think that glycine is an important amino acid.
Yeah,
which is the point that EnQi tries to make a lot.
Yeah, this is why we have a book on it. I mean, we have books on these things. We have the protein book right here. You have the protein book.
Composition.
Yeah, protein composition book. And that is one of the main speaking points. Actually, we have a whole course on the protein book, so people might want to tap into that. But that's one of the biggest things in there is the non-essential gives the idea of not important.
Right.
Yeah, and so we only think that getting the essential amino acids are important, and all the amino acids are essential. All of them are important. It's just they're not all important to focus on in terms of your diet because your body makes the non-essential amino acids from your carbohydrates. But here's the flip side to that. Most of the people in our country have some degree of obesity or diabetes. And so if you have a problem processing carbohydrates in one form or another, that also means you probably have a problem producing non-essential amino acids.
So you're not metabolizing or catabolizing carbs.
We're going to get those glasses right on. We're taking those glasses right off.
Because you
Not
need
like how you don't have no leeway for HJ, but you got all the leeway in the world for the community scholar.
Right?
That is crazy.
There's a catabolic process.
You can't even defend it.
How do you defend Mean Gene Okerlund coming from behind you with a chair or a clock? Like, that is crazy right there. There's no way to defend that. You're totally focused on this in this direction, and out of nowhere, you get hit with a chair over the back of the head. Like, that is crazy.
I don't think Mean Gene ever actually used any chairs. I think he was probably a recipient of a chair more than he used one.
Mean Gene used all types of
Mean
diabolical measures.
No, he did not. Mean Gene was the announcer. He used to get beat up.
That's crazy. Y'all are both supporting Mean Gene and his diabolical. The managers always were cheating and shady. What are you talking about? Y'all must
But
not
he
have seen
wasn't a
W.
manager. He was the
wasn't the manager, he
announcer.
was the announcer.
Listen, that show was popular because everybody was a active participant.
Mean Gene used to get beat up.
Listen, on
Me and Gene definitely
WWF,
caught
you
a
was
couple
liable to
cherry
get
bombs.
clotheslined by somebody selling sodas at the concession stand. Okay, everybody was active. Period.
Mean Gene was never mean.
So
He was like the nicest guy in that whole thing.
No.
So,
So
it,
yeah,
the,
like
the,
EnQi was saying,
the,
yeah.
the
So if
Google
you have,
the Google demon said that some people might not be able to produce glycine. So for some people, it's actually an essential amino acid.
which is crazy because glycine is the simplest amino acid. So it's
Right.
kind of wild to think that, you know, the amino acid that's the simplest to make somebody might not be able to produce it in their body.
I see even more problems with the basic way we learn about amino acids. It is not one size fits all. It is definitely not one size fits all.
So let's talk about the catabolic process of breaking down carbohydrates into amino acids, and then specifically glycine.
Well, it's one of the most beautiful things about the body. So as you're using energy, your body is taking the waste from using energy and building the machine that uses the energy. So it's like a car. As it's using gas, it uses the refuse from the gas, the smoke, the CO2 coming out the back to actually build new tires or spark plugs. But that's kind of what your body does. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So you just got to think of metabolic disease, right? Diabetes is a problem breaking down your carbohydrates in some shape, form, or fashion. And then you got obesity, which is a problem with accessing stored carbohydrates via fat. Either one of those can lead to you not having access to, you know, a robust supply of
Non-essential
non-essential. Yeah,
amino
but
acids.
the non-essential amino acids are the bulk of what your body uses every day. So they're actually more important than the essential amino acids
To build the proteins.
to build your body. Yeah.
To build your body. Protein
Yeah,
is that
'cause
important, huh?
well, remember, every day you got to replace some wild number between 50 billion and 100. You know, it's a crazy number of cells you have to replace every day,
Mm-hmm.
depending on your age, weight, and you know what you got going on every day, how athletic you are. Anywhere from 50 to 300 billion cells you got to replace every day. And yeah, protein is not only key in replacing all those tissues, but all of the messengers between them. You know, your cytokines, your neurotransmitters, your hormones all rely on amino acids as well. And most of that is from the non-essential pool of amino acids. About 60 to 70% of your amino acid usage comes from that non-essential pool, which comes from your body metabolizing carbohydrates and fats.
Okay.
Free Dr. EnQi.
Um, so it does depend on what type of carbohydrate you're getting, because you got good carbs and bad carbs, right?
I don't, I
Yeah, I don't
don't,
think so.
yeah, I wouldn't say it like that because I mean, when you think about glycolysis and then the Krebs cycle, so
Wait. Maybe indirectly though. I don't
so
think it
what
directly means anything, but I could see like some old long range, like if you want to say bad carbohydrates promote poor carbohydrate metabolism, you could kind of go down that road. But
what are we calling a bad carbohydrate though?
cupcakes,
I mean, a carb is a carb though. Like, I mean, are we talking about the process or like how fast the carbs are actually getting into the processes that break them down?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it really makes a difference on the front end. If you get to the specifics, yeah, because when you're metabolizing, when you're at the Krebs cycle, you're at the Krebs cycle. There's no longer the cupcake nor the apple or the kale no longer exists.
Yeah, it's
Those
just
things are
all
gone throughout
good.
your digestive system. By the time you get to the cell, it's just not a cupcake or an apple. You just have glucose. You know what I'm saying? You just have the end product there.
Or fructose.
Or fructose. Yeah, you just have the sugar, whatever that is. You just have that. You don't have like the food anymore. That's all gone. Your body's gotten rid of that.
So the
So
three main go ahead.
no. So I don't think it matters on the front end.
So the three main substrates that your proteins are generally going to come from is going to be pyruvate. So pyruvate is near the end of glycolysis, and then oxaloacetate is a product of the citric acid cycle, and then alpha ketoglutarate is also a product of the citric acid cycle.
And over the last, I want to say the last 10 years, a lot of people have started to supplement AKG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people have started to supplement that. I tried a cycle of it. It didn't really, you know, but some people are swearing by it.
Alpha
AKG is made in one of
ketoglutarate.
Yeah,
that's
alpha
one of the high
ketoglutarate.
ATP steps, isn't it? I'm trying to remember because certain parts of the citric acid cycle produce more ATP than others do. And I
Yeah.
think the conversion to AKG is one of the high ATP steps. I can't
Well,
remember.
the only reason I bring it up is because I'm thinking that the benefit now is coming from the back end. I'm thinking it's coming from amino acid synthesis
Mm.
as opposed to anything that has to do. I think they're selling it obviously for ATP, energy, whatever the case may be. But I think the real benefit for people is on the back end.
Well, I think that's the benefit too with like collagen peptides. So like collagen, like a lot of people talk about like collagen not being beneficial for muscle growth, but it's like, yeah, but like if you look at how much glycine you're
Whoa,
getting in.
whoa, whoa. Who's saying that? Like, that's crazy.
So a lot when you'll see it sometimes online that people will talk about collagen peptides like being a bad source of protein or not being good
What?
for like muscle growth or whatever because they're thinking more about the BCAAs, so they're thinking more about the muscle growth proteins. They're not thinking about the collagen peptides.
See,
But
those are community scholars that are outside the community.
but
See,
what so I was gonna
community
say
scholars
was
are everywhere, and this is why the philanthropic work is needed.
anyway. So the conversation is starting to change. More people are starting to look more into collagen peptides because of the glycine content.
Yeah, but
And
what I'm
glycine
saying
having
is,
such
is
a important role in a lot of other processes.
no, but what I'm saying is, listen, that's insane because the actual muscle is housed in collagen.
Yeah, no, I agree. Again, I agree. I agree. So
That is
more people are
crazy.
talking about the benefits of collagen versus just looking at BCAAs. But one of the major benefits of
It's
collagen is how much glycine
2025.
you're getting. You're getting a lot of glycine for a serving of collagen peptides. So serving collagen peptides like 20 grams for I think what's the real popular brand that people use?
I can't believe people are still on branch chain amino acids in 2025. That's wild.
Yeah, people are still talking about that.
That is
Um,
wild.
I can't remember. It comes in the blue canister. Like I got a canister that's sitting up here in my kitchen. I can't see it though. But
My protein
anyway,
powder has 412 milligrams of glycine in it.
so the upper end of glycine that you want to get a day is like in the grams. So like 4 to 5 grams.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, but what about your food? How much glycine is in that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
remember,
that
the
too.
supplement is the supplement. It's not the main thing. So the protein powder may be great. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have two of those in a day, you may be great, but what are you eating?
Has some
And
eggs.
what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're using that wrist a lot, you know what I'm saying, it might be
You
different.
talking about stopping movements? That was a crazy movement right there.
Well,
You
I'm
put it all
just,
in front of the
I
camera.
mean, this is the real movement now. The HJ is trying to say like he was doing like this. I ain't never seen nobody do it like this. It's, whatever. I'm just saying people that have different wrist issues, you can benefit.
He's wild, Chad. He is jumped right off the reservation.
This is what happens when you've been put into central booking against your will.
Can I get glycine from animal protein?
You could hit them lentils one time for the one time.
The lentils.
You can get it from animal protein, yes.
But you said we need about 1,000 grams.
I mean, you can
On
get
the upper end.
you can get any amino acid from animal protein. That's not even a good question.
Okay. All right.
On the upper end, 3 to 5 grams.
3 to 5 grams.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Interesting. All right. So why is this guy so big on glycine? It's not like people are glycine deficient.
Actually, people can be.
Especially if you're having trouble processing carbs.
Yeah, people can definitely be glycine deficient, and glycine is part of that matrix that you need. So if you're not getting enough glycine, you're not going to get enough tissue remodeling. You're not going to get, and bone and muscle does depend on collagen. You should look up the Google. You should hit the Google demons and ask them to pull up like the muscle architecture so people can see that, right? Because inside of your muscles, there's collagen there. It's not just like collagen for bones, collagen for tendons and, ligaments and all this other stuff. But actually, like supporting the muscle fibers, you have to have this collagen is in there. And that could be an issue. Folks working out and eating, focusing on BCAAs.
Says
supporting tissue is right.
So inside it looks like you got myosin, actin, myofilaments. Then there's myofibritis, muscle fibers, blood vessels, endomysium, muscle bundle, paramecium. Should sound like a sci-fi movie. Epimecium, collagen fiber. Shout out to Dark Mavericks. How do you say that name? Appreciate you, bro. And then there's collagen fiber, tropocollagen strands. So is that what you're talking about? I just found the whole breakdown of a muscle.
Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about.
Did he just leave?
Yeah, he might have to do something. Yeah, I'm not as well versed on the AMP side of it, but yeah, you do have like collagen basically cross-linking different parts of the muscle. I mean, because collagen is a support structure, and collagen is absolutely important in muscle growth, especially with supporting the new muscle fibers that are growing too.
I see the collagen fiber, and that seems to be like, what is that? Where is it? Oh, it's like it kind of just travels along the muscle skin. And what is
Kinda
that?
like a net.
A what?
Kind of like a net.
A net. What does that do? It's like keeps the muscle like together or something.
So it just supports it. It supports it in that area.
No, it wraps around the muscle and everything.
It wraps around the muscle.
And everything. Don't forget the and everything part.
Interesting. It's a very complex design.
But it's all throughout all of those different layers that you named.
This shit right here, the myofibritis looks like Kemet wall or what do you call it?
Come on now.
Come on now.
There you go now. Come on, talk that talk. Talk that talk to me. I like that talk, man. I like that.
Chad, tell me that don't look like one of the temple columns right here.
Come on now. But the endomyosum, the perimyosum, the epimyosum, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, all them layers you named, all that stuff is collagen. So it wraps the muscle fibers, it bundles the fibers. Collagen is doing like a lot of that work in there that we attribute to muscles. A lot of that work is
But collagen is made up of amino acids.
yeah.
But that's a different set, right? Or that's not part of the essential or non-essentials.
Well, hold on. You asking a lot of questions. So you need a different amino acid focus intake. So branch chain amino acids is primarily driving muscle growth. But on the flip side, you need the glycine, what is that? Proline, hydroxyproline, and then you need copper, vitamin C, and good old fashioned lysine to drive the synthesis.
Yeah, it says
Collagen.
lysine plays a key role in collagen formation, calcium absorption, and hormone production. These amino acids are busy bees, man. They do a lot.
Listen, I know something about something when I'm not up, in central bookings and all that.
This is crazy. They do a lot. They got a lot of work to do. Immune
Dr.
response, digestion, neurotransmission. That's histidine. That sounds like somebody black auntie.
No, listen, everything in your body that happens, if it outside of it happening with water, it happens with amino acids, period.
Wait, what?
Everything inside your body that happens outside of water happens with amino acids.
How does this interact with cell respiration? How do the amino acids interact with cell respiration?
There is no cell respiration without amino acids. Your red blood cells are made out of amino acids.
What?
The pigments, amino acids make pigment.
Oh, really?
So pigment is in of itself. This is why that famous clip of Dr. Sebi jumping off the building is, because he said in the same clip when he was laying on the bed that melanin did not exist. White people made that up. And that protein did not exist. White people made that up because amino acids are not a real thing.
He didn't say
White people made that up. Absolutely.
He didn't say amino acids aren't a real thing.
He definitely did. It's one of the things that set the holistic community back 1,000 years.
That never happened. We just gonna MIB flashy thingy that away.
Unfortunately, we can't do that. That definitely happened. that definitely happened. Like. But yeah, so your pigments are all made out of amino acids. And so if we don't have amino acids, there are no pigments. There's no blood. There's no heme. So in terms of respiration or inspiration, shout out to the family, but in terms of inspiration or your respiratory system, you have the front end and the back end, right? So on the front end, you have the heme inside of your blood, right? So that's going to circle around your body, slide through the lungs, pick up the oxygen. Then from there, you have the heme located inside your muscles. So you have hemoglobin, red blood cells, picks up the oxygen. Then it's going to move through the body and drop it off to myoglobin, right? So that's more heme, pigment in the muscles. And then from there, it's going to be the mitochondria also has another group of heme that we call the electron transport chain. And so the electron transport chain is made out of amino acids. These are heme groups.
Wait,
pigment.
Spell heme?
Heme.
There's a lot going on here.
Ooh, it is, because I got like some lentils mixed with cauliflower and some other type of beans.
Where?
Right here, calling my name.
Oh, you can eat if you want to. Y'all want to eat?
Eat a little something. It's hot though.
Oh, okay. All right, let it cool off. I just, just in case you get hungry, you know what I mean? I want you to get all your hemes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta be ready for a prison riot. Be strong enough to handle myself with shame.
So we actually had this as a I remember when I was taking biochem in undergrad, my professor actually gave us a question about the difference between hemoglobin and myoglobin and used alligators. I think it was alligators or crocodiles as the example because they're more myoglobin dominant, but it just kind of highlights the difference between those two where hemoglobin is more of like a transport oxygen protein and myoglobin is more like a storage oxygen protein. So it makes sense for aquatic animals to be more myoglobin dominant because when they're underwater and they still need to use oxygen, they have to have a store of it available. So the myoglobin helps them store oxygen so that when you're in low oxygen conditions, like you're underwater, you can release it as you need it.
Interesante. Wow. So the Google demons say a heme group is a complex iron-containing organic molecule that functions as a crucial non-protein component, a prosthetic group of many important biological proteins known as hemoproteins. It's essential for a wide variety of functions, including oxygen transport, electron transfer, and enzyme catalysis. Catalysis.
Mhm.
All right, I'm confused.
So heme so you have a lot of proteins that have these prosthetic groups that are not actually a part of the amino acid structure. So when you're thinking about proteins, so proteins have primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, and sometimes quaternary structure. So when you're looking at the protein structure is just how the proteins are put together. So this residue, this residue, this residue. You're just looking at the code, like the string of amino acids that are put together.
Mm-hmm.
Then the secondary structure is where they actually start to take their first shape. So the two general structures that you talk about
This
the
is like
three
3D,
actually.
you're saying, right? In a 3D
Yeah, you
model.
start to kind of take a 3D shape. So
Okay.
you can have an alpha helix or you can have a parallel beta sheet or an anti-parallel beta sheet. But they both kind of fit up under the beta sheet umbrella.
Mm.
And so that's your secondary structure. So that's when you start to see how the protein is starting to fold. Then the tertiary structure is the complete folding of the protein and gives it its actual function. So, and then sometimes you can go higher than tertiary structure and you can go to quaternary structure. Quaternary structure, most of the time you have subunits put together. So you'll have like two pieces of one thing put together. So like hemoglobin has a tertiary structure because you have two different subunits that are coming together. You have an alpha subunit and a beta subunit. So those come together to give you the whole hemoglobin protein. So when that happens, you have groups. You have a group inside of the hemoglobin. The porphyrin group acts as a prosthetic group. So it's not a part of the actual primary structure, but it's a part of the quaternary structure, but it's not in the protein code. But you need it for the function of the overall protein to for the protein to work like it's supposed to.
Why are you shaking
So
your
the
head?
heme, say again.
No, go ahead.
So the heme is what actually holds oxygen, right?
No, not what Tanai was saying. Tanai was right and exact. I was just getting some wild text messages from someone in the viewing audience was saying some crazy things.
Was it Tika?
No comment, sir.
so, the heme actually holds oxygen. So there's three really important um residues that you want to think about when you're looking at hemoglobin. So you have lysine, aspartate, and histidine. So at the ends of each of your subunits, lysine and aspartate will form what's called a salt bridge. And they form a salt bridge because one of them is positively charged and one of them is negatively charged. So you get a positive negative attraction, and so that closes the hemoglobin. But when that charge is not available, then hemoglobin is open. So when it's in an open state, oxygen can come in. When oxygen comes in the porphyrin ring, you have an iron. That iron is held by one histidine that's below the ring, and then there's another histidine that's above the ring. Oxygen comes in, and when that iron is inside of the porphyrin site, it kind of sits a little bit outside of the ring. When oxygen comes in, oxygen pulls the iron molecule in plane with the rest of the porphyrin. That makes the top histidine come down and close, and then that closes the whole hemoglobin so that it can transport oxygen to where it wants to go.
Okay.
When your pH changes, it opens the salt bridge back up, and then that allows oxygen to come out of hemoglobin. That's how it transports it through your body.
And what is the oxygen doing? Why are they moving oxygen around? Is that part of
respiration?
But you mentioned pH. Is that like helping make the
so
body?
So the pH tells it where you're supposed to let oxygen out because it affects your salt bridge interaction.
But what if the body's like highly acidic? Does Sabi was talking about this highly acidic stuff, and does that affect the?
Right.
Okay, hold on. Flag on the play.
Here he comes. So you mentioned Sabi. Here he comes.
Right, we're not going to just wrestle the elder to the ground like that, okay? Dr. Sabi had no idea what he was talking about in regards to
Dr.
certain
Sabi said
biochemistry.
he cured AIDS and cancer.
Dr. Sabi was working off of the recipes that he got from a unknown Mexican. No, these are facts. So he was a middleman. Dr. Sabi did not understand biochemistry at all.
Okay.
Evidenced by the fact that he said that pH was a primary focus, and he said that minerals were a primary focus.
Yeah.
But said that protein, amino acids, and melanin did not exist.
But minerals are super important.
No, they're not technically. Not in a body that does not have amino acids and proteins. Because see, pH is important because pH is important for amino acid behavior. Mineral elements are important because they facilitate amino acid and protein behavior. So if we don't have amino acids and protein, literally pH and minerals become unimportant. Yeah, it's like a basketball court. You got a basketball court, the rims are good, the wood floor is perfect. You shined it, buffed it, all that, but you don't have players on the floor. Like the players on the floor would be your amino acid structures, your enzymes, your hormones, all these things are amino acid stuff. So you have zero enzymes, you don't have pigments, you don't have cell respiration, you don't have any of this going on if there's no amino acids. Like there's literally nothing happening in your body. And pH is basically like almost to like fuel and make sure that these protein machines run. So in different places of the body, you have different types of pH. pH is not a standing thing that's the same everywhere. Different parts of the body, different pH. And that pH is set so that the proteins and, whatever in that area can do what they're supposed to do. But yeah,
but if your pH is off, the heme not gonna heme.
Well, depends where it's off at. If your pH is off in a specific area, in that area, the proteins won't protein. Yeah.
Right.
And they might unravel. They might denature. You know what I'm saying? So,
that don't sound good.
It's not, because
that's now like
you got a
material.
zillion different amino acids that's folded up origami style into like a bird.
Yeah.
They only stay a bird in the right pH. And you need the bird to flap and do whatever birds do.
Or at the right
temperature. pH, don't add too much to their plate. Focus. We're on pH right now. Dr. Sabi never mentioned internal temperature. That's not part of. Right now, I'm defending and attacking Sabi at the same time. But yeah, so the pH would not. So
the thing unfolds like an origami bird.
It'll turn back to amino acids, kind of, almost. Like,
wow. So then you just have like
soup,
wild amino acids, just
gunk.
So what happens to those? The body's got to do something with those.
Your body's got to recycle stuff, and you got too much of those in a cell at one time. The cell can become senescent, or
do they only live inside cells?
Get marked for death.
What
protein?
Yeah. Well, amino acids. Can they float around on their own?
Not floating around on their own is crazy. No, The amino acids aren't necessarily floating around on their own. Like they're I mean, food, you got amino acids from your body breaking it down, but you mean like you make a protein or enzyme and then
You
something
eat
happens?
food, it breaks
No,
down
your body
into.
has to recycle that stuff. Nothing should be floating around indiscriminately in the body. Everything has a place.
So we eat food, it gets
Yeah.
broken down into amino acids. When it's broken down into amino acids, those things exist in cells.
Well, it's got to get there, but sure.
Because I guess, like you chewing on the chicken, right? You eat the chicken. Those amino acids technically are inside cells
Or
of the
lentils.
chicken.
Or lentils. Or lentils.
Or lentils. They're inside cells.
No, you thinking of it wrong. It's not like inside of a cell. There's like a ground beef package of amino acids. Like there's not like packets of amino acids. And it's not like that. It's the actual tissues of the animal is where you're getting the protein from.
But the tissue is cells. The tissue is
Yeah,
made of cells.
yeah, right. But the cells have to be in a structure. The cells have to be organized into structures called tissues. And so that's done. That's the reason why collagen is the primary amino acid, the primary protein of the human body, because a lot of it is structure. This is why we have connective tissue and fascia. So everything has to be structured. You know what I'm saying? The bricks have to be put together properly to make a building. It's not like you just got piles of bricks. You know what I'm saying? The bricks got to be put together in a way to make a house or make a skyscraper or an apartment building or whatever the case may be. Just know, for the record, minerals and pH, their primary usage is in regard to protein function. And then I'm going back off, and then tonight I can take it. I just had to come in and deal with the Sabi.
pH talk.
Had to deal with the elder, just come up off my man Sabi,
What kind of lentils you got?
the good ones.
Oh,
Tonight I'm lost.
that's EnQi's last supper. That's why he don't want us to see.
I'm lost.
All right, so what you lost on?
You know I'm a visual learner.
Everything.
Yeah. I this amino acid thing is busting my ass.
Yeah, it's so amino acids are not trivial, right? So it's funny. So I actually gave on last Make Him exam, I gave my students a question about protein structure and talking about the different kinds of intermolecular force interactions that you can have. So what you want to talk about when you talk about proteins is you want to talk about how the individual proteins, like the individual amino acid residues, are put together,
Mm-hmm.
and then how they start to fold based on the sequence that you have.
But where are they?
So they're inside. So they're made by ribosomes inside of the cell. So ribosomes.
So they are
the thing-
inside the cell.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I
So
said the
they
EnQi.
start to wait. Hold on. Wait. So they're made inside of the cell.
Okay.
And so then they can go out into the cytosol, which is like the cell matrix, but
Right.
then they can also act like in different parts of your body too. It just depends on what it is. Because proteins generally are divided into, as far as like function in the body, into enzymes and receptors. Enzymes catalyze some kind of biological reaction. Receptors signal something to turn on or off. So you have something that can make reactions happen, and you have something that's like an on-off switch in the body to affect a certain system.
Right.
So in that realm, proteins are located everywhere. It just depends on what kind of protein you're talking about. So a lot of people just think about protein in the context of like muscle, but it's like, no, you got a lot of proteins that are doing a lot of different things. And you have a lot of proteins in different areas of the body that are doing different things. Some of them are structural, some of them are doing some kind of biological function. So
Hold on tonight. What he's trying to figure out is where are the amino acids at before they're proteins? Like where are
they're
they
inside
stored?
of they're inside of cells. Like they're being transcribed by ribosomes after they're read by your DNA. So your DNA turns into RNA, the RNA is read by the ribosome, and then the ribosome spits out the code for the actual protein.
Oh, they in there programming and shit.
Yeah.
Correct. That's why you have the codons. So you got DNA, RNA, messenger RNA, and then you have the big boys. You got the endoplasmic reticulum in there, and what is that other thing? The Golgi. What is it?
Golgi.
Yeah, the Golgi. So you got a whole factory of building proteins, but amino acids per se are not just sitting like floating everywhere because they would just gunk up the system. There's too much going on in there for them to be floating. Once they're put together, they're sent wherever they need to go to be like, so receptors go where receptors need to be at. Enzymes go where they function at. Hormones are shipped out from, tissue
But
to
when you
tissue
say
or
they
whatever.
go, who car they getting in?
Oh, it depends. They all have transporters. And even the
What are the
transporters
transporters?
themselves, and even the transporters themselves are also protein structures.
What?
This is one of the, so you see, this is why free Dr. EnQi. Listen, this is one of the big conversations in the evolution conversation is trying to figure out how we got here without enzymes. Because in order to build DNA or RNA, you need enzymes. The problem is, in order to build an enzyme, you need DNA and RNA.
So who came first?
Boom. Well, in a accidentally forming by mistake kind of universe, you have to have one or the other. In an intelligent design universe, you have them together.
So I'll say this about enzymes. This is how I try to teach it to my class. I try to tell them that enzymes are catalysts, right? So enzymes make reactions happen faster by lowering some kind of energetic barrier. So when you think about things happening in the universe, you got to pay a cost. Most of the time, it's an energetic cost. And so enzymes lower the energetic cost in some way. And by doing that, your reaction happens faster. But theoretically, every reaction that happens in the body can happen on its own. The problem is that most reactions that you need to happen too slowly on their own, which means that the organism cannot survive without an enzyme or some kind of catalytic intervention coming in to make essential reactions happen faster. So that's why you need enzymes. But if you were to look at the free energy, so free energy is basically a measure of, if you're looking at something in the context of a universe, will it happen on its own, or does it need some kind of help? So if it needs some kind of help, that means you need to put energy into the system. If it doesn't need any kind of help, all you gotta do is make sure that the things that want to react with each other are next to each other, and they'll find a way to react on their own. But when that happens, will it happen fast enough to be biologically relevant? And the majority of the reactions that you need enzymes for do not happen fast enough without enzymes. So you have to have them there for the organism itself to be able to live. So that's where the intelligent design comes in, because if you made a system that can do reactions but they're too slow, that's inefficient design. But all of these enzymes have a place. They're supposed to do certain things. And so, since you have those things happening, there must be a knowledge of the fact that these reactions happen, but not fast enough for the system to be sentient. So, there has to be some kind of intelligent design behind putting these things together, because otherwise, none of us will be living.
Correct. Complex organisms would have never formed.
You was an AP Bio, Lauren? What the fuck? Oh, smart ass nigga.
Nature.
I ain't never had no damn AP classes. AP
That was crazy. I can't even see how your finger went that deep in your nose. You just lost a whole index finger in there. That was crazy.
That's why your wrist hurt.
Oh, now y'all double teaming me? Paul. This is crazy. They can't get in his nose properly, man.
So yeah, proteins are it's deep, man. Like there's so many things you can talk about with proteins. Like it's not a surface level thing. Proteins are not an easy thing to understand because there's so much.
Yeah.
The language around them is just like it's most of it is in the context of muscle growth, but it's like, man, you got proteins doing a lot of stuff.
It's like
Proteins are working right now for us to be able to talk to each other, for us to be able to
What?
see screens, for us to be able to hear what's coming in our ears and process it into information. Proteins are doing all of that.
It seems like everything is fucking amino acids, yo.
It is pretty much. Everything that's functional pretty much is. That's kind of what amino acids are doing in there. You really don't have much going on in there. Like you have water, you have amino acids, you have fat, mineral elements. That's pretty much,
Carbohydrates
well, not
stored in the
structurally.
proteins. Well, not structurally.
Not structurally. You know what I'm saying? Structurally, you just got water, mineral elements, fats, and protein.
When you say structurally, what do you mean by structurally when you say that? What does that mean?
Like the tangible parts of your body that you can grab. Like, the structure of you. You have two parts of your body. Our ancestors would say you have the flesh and the spirit. In science, we say you have the flesh and the energy that animates the flesh, right? So the energy is not like you can't really grab energy, you know what I'm saying? But the parts of you that's physical is made out of water, fat, protein, and minerals.
Water, fat, protein, and minerals.
Yeah.
So the amino acids, depending on what combination you got, make up different types of proteins.
Well, carbohydrates are in there too, especially when you're talking about hyaluronic acid, or you talk about glycosaminoglycans. Those are all carbohydrates too. So not carbohydrates that we think about in the
I guess, but those are like a weird new. It's still, they still kind of pulling stuff out on those because those are like amino carb things.
They're still carbohydrates, so just by the strict definition of a carbohydrate, they are carbohydrates.
But they're attached to amino acids. So that's a whole other universe.
Wait, time out. Hey, don't be talking about the hoes of consciousness in this chat. I don't want none of that hoes of consciousness drama in my chat. Y'all go get your own private group chat. We in KeMedicine, we in Hotepistan. You want to argue about that hoes of consciousness and talk about the hoes of consciousness shit, do that shit on your own time. I don't want to hear nothing about the fucking community scholars in my chat.
Only I could see that chat.
Paul over here talking to Tika, talking about side time me out because I was going at this cheerleader named Tiffany in the chat that knows she didn't understand the link of the topic at hand. He talking about leave her alone. You know, Saw retarded.
Shout out to Paul and Tika for holding it down.
Man, fuck Paul and Tika.
Hey, you should put Tika in jail though for a little while.
What Tika do?
Wait a minute. Why are we violating Tika?
No, I'm just saying because Paul done went to jail. I done went to jail. I mean,
Tika hasn't done anything.
Tika got to get jumped in properly if she want to be out here in these streets. Listen, if she want to be out here in these streets, she got to get jumped in.
That's crazy, throwing people under the bus like that because
gang. That's how we give it up. It's gang.
This is your philanthropist, by the way. The philanthropist is advocating for people that have no charges and no tangible evidence to go to jail too.
Listen, that's how it went in the civil rights days. Okay, if you wanted to really be a part of the movement. Just come with us. We got a protest. We all going to jail. About 6:30 tonight, we'll all be in lockup. So trust me, everybody with Martin and Malcolm went to prison, okay?
You Queens on the front lines. That's crazy.
Tika's a girl, right? Tika's a girl?
Yes, Tika's a girl.
Going into Rico. It was that chick that was in here saying...
Was it the chocolate sauce girl?
Oh... The psycho bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We definitely don't want to talk about her. Yeah, we do not want to. Do not feed the trolls. Tika said, "EnQi, you're wrong. Damn, Tika turning on you for throwing her under the bus, putting her in jail in Hotep
As she
Stand.
should.
Now you done switch fingers. That's crazy.
You said the other finger was too big.
No, it wasn't too big because it was it went all the way like it was like you was like it scratching your brain like that was crazy.
Tika said, and I voted not guilty for you. Well, who gonna vote for you, Tika?
Tika regretting that vote now.
Uh-huh.
He wants you in Hotep Stand lock up too. That's real nasty.
See what I'm saying? He done went Wesley Snipes and what's the name? This is bigger than Nino Brown.
You see, this is bigger than Dr. EnQi.
That's a fact.
He done pointed everybody out in the courtroom.
He like Alonzo on training day. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Let's go.
That's crazy, Tika. That's crazy.
Oh.
One of our brothers is down bad. Down real bad. Let me go ahead and pull that up from the chat. You know, AMD had earnings today. And it looks like they beat, but they got their ass whooped. That shit is down in after hours trading.
Sounds like it was priced in.
It's definitely priced in. They're like, fuck them AI stocks we're selling anyway. It's diabolical what's going on here.
Man, that shit like a Playboy Cardi album. A whole lot of red.
That's good for me. I got them puts. That's what I need to see. Bleed, baby, bleed. Royce the 5'9" revealed on a Rolling Stone interview that he's been battling some health issues. In an article on Rolling Stone, Royce revealed that for the past several years, he's been dealing with lingual, dystonia, a neurological condition where he says there's some kind of interruption in the nerve firing off my tongue, causing spasms that hindered him from talking and recording music. Damn, I mean, he can't even eat coochie neither. My cranial nerves and my vagus nerve were all inflamed.
Well, hold on. Yeah, he might be able to still eat coochie.
Oh, okay.
Why is this the point of this?
I don't even know why HJ brought it up.
Like, why is this the major point we're discussing?
Well, how you know if it say the nerve endings firing off his tongue ain't working? If he having spasms, he might be able to eat some fire coochies.
That's what I'm saying. It could just be like going crazy.
Damn. That's crazy.
He might not enjoy the process, but
she might.
He might finally be able to keep up with some of these electronic gadgets.
My cranial nerves and my vagus nerve were all inflamed. I got a genetic condition called COMT gene that processes dopamine slower than normal, he explains. And when I did a neurochemistry test, I found out that the left hemisphere of my brain produces less dopamine than the right side. So not only is there less dopamine, but it's an imbalance as well. When your dopamine is low, that's like Parkinson's or ADHD. I had involuntary movements in my face and tongue. So they went on this long thing where they put me on all kinds of different medicines. Oh, shit. He says he went through several improper diagnoses, but he's almost through it and has started recording again. I wish I was recording when we were doing this album, he says. The album he's talking about is his executive producer role on Big L's new posthumous album, Harlem's Finest, Return of the King. Prayers for Royce, and we hope he feels better and gets back to doing what he does. This was posted on Diverse Mentality.
I love the way Detroit is connected to New York. Shout out to Detroit and New York for that.
How are they connected?
So in this specific context, Big L
It's a New York
Harlem.
artist, right? I get that, but
Royce
is
the
there
Five
like
Nine, Detroit.
right? But I thought there was like I thought it was a
Well, it just goes
bridge
back in the
or
days. Detroit was always called the bite out of the Big Apple.
really?
Yeah. It's
Wow.
got confusing, like over the last couple of decades because people in Detroit, like, they thought they were in the Midwest for some reason. Like they got confused, people in Detroit. And I'm here in Detroit and I had that conversation with folks all the time. They be like, yeah, because out here in the Midwest. I'm like, check your watch, champ. You're not in the Midwest. No, 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 no. This is Detroit. Chicago, 2 hours away. I'm like, okay. Okay. Chicago is in the Midwest. Chicago's beginning the Midwest, but no, no, no. Right here in the good old Detroit. We're on East Coast time. We're hop, skip, and a jump from New York. We're on the East Coast. But yeah, I love the way that Detroit
So why
is.
is it Detroit a bite?
Why is Detroit a bite? Because it's just always been connected to New York. Like Biggie said. Biggie got his style from Detroit.
Biggie got his style from Detroit?
Mm-hmm.
Really? So who's the Detroit artist? Name some like pop and Detroit artists. You got Big Sean, but who came before that?
Big Sean is probably not popping.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Big Sean's popping anymore. Big Sean was a thing back when Kanye and good music was a thing. But I think now it's more like T Grizzly, T Grizzly, T Greasy.
Well,
T
back in the
Grizzly is
day,
basically a streamer now.
Slum Village. Oh, Slum Village is from the D?
Yeah, some villages from Detroit. Yeah,
Yeah, Jay
Wow.
Dilla.
Dilla?
Jay Dilla.
Okay.
Dilla's from Detroit. Yep.
Okay. Dilla. Interesting.
Oh, Detroit is
Babyface Ray.
legendary.
That's new. Detroit's legendary because that was like one of the Black Wall Streets.
Yeah, and Detroit is what created LA.
What?
Yeah, Detroit created LA.
How?
There would be no LA if it wasn't for Detroit.
Los Angeles?
Hello? Yeah. So remember, when I'm talking about the entertainment side,
Okay.
yeah, like how now everybody is like LA, LA, LA. That only happened because Motown picked up and relocated to LA. Prior to that, it was Detroit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Motown starts in Detroit.
Yeah, and then when Motown picks up and goes to LA, that's when all the attention for entertainment goes with them to LA.
Oh, Heather just said it. Motown. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
For a long time, Detroit was the richest black city in America in terms of like homeowners and all that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But it's because of that, because
They
most
still
of the
got
people,
big black suburbs out there.
right? But the thing is, back in the days when Motown was here, every black family in America was trying to send their child to, it was not like people wasn't going to New York or LA to make it. They was coming to Detroit to make it.
Wow.
And so if you didn't make it in Detroit with entertainment, you could fall back on the fact that all of the factories was here.
Right.
So you didn't necessarily have to like make it or break it in entertainment. If you couldn't make it in entertainment, you could find yourself a good gig with the factory. So Detroit was the main place. It was the mecca for black folks building themselves up, whether you did an entertainment or whether you got a job and you just work with your hands or, got a job in the back somewhere using your mind at the factories or in the entertainment business. But Detroit was the place to go.
Yeah, my son's picked up guitar, so I told him, he's got to study Motown. Like, I want you to know the history of Motown. So I forced him to study the history of Motown since he picked up the guitar. Because, like, you got to know niggas was playing the shit out that guitar. Nigga, you got to know where that came from. So, Royce is dealing with lingual dystonia?
Mm-hmm.
What is this now? Let's ask the Google demons. Google demons say a rare debilitate. Now, when it says lingual, I think speech, but it says neurological.
Well, your speech is neurological.
Yeah, it's controlled by your.
It's controlled by your brain.
Yep.
So if there's a problem in your brain, it's a problem in your speech.
Not exactly, but if there's a problem in your speech, it probably originates in your brain.
Okay.
You can have a zillion different problems in your brain that don't have anything to do with your speech.
Right.
But if you have a problem with your speech, it probably originates somewhere along that, if not in your brain, somewhere along the delivery chain from the brain to the, because you got to route everything from the brain, midbrain, brain stem, spine, out to the body.
Keisha sleep right now. She passed out off that move because this is crazy. It says rare debilitating neurological movement disorder characterized by involuntary, sustained, or intermittent contractions of the tongue
Was
muscles.
that a random shot at Keisha?
Yeah, because she's delinquent. She's delinquent.
Crazy.
You gotta keep the ladies in Hotep Stand in line. They
What?
Yeah, this isn't America. You know what I'm saying? We not.
Yo.
The power of Hotep Stand relies on the women. So
So are we stoning them with?
Maybe.
That was very extreme.
Maybe. Well, we haven't talked about it yet. That could be a possibility. I'm not sure, depending on the violation.
That's crazy.
There may be stoning in Hotepistan. Your sentencing is next week, so I thank you for the recommendation. Yeah.
I want you to not get such a kick out of that tonight. That was crazy. How much you enjoyed that. That was wild.
So what's going on here? He's probably got sugar in the brain. Tell me this comes back to sugar in the brain, right?
No, so
Glycation.
It could.
But he did also say in the article that he has a mutation in his COMT gene.
Yeah.
So COMT is hold on, I'm trying to remember it. Catecholamine O-methyltransferase. So this is an enzyme that breaks down catecholamines, which are some of your neurosignaling molecules, right?
Including dopamine.
Yeah. So it works with, I actually gave this as a test question. So it works with monoamine oxidase B to break down dopamine into like the inactive metabolite. So when these neurotransmitters work with the molecules, they tell the neurotransmitter to do a specific thing, right? When you don't want that to happen anymore, then what the body will do is it'll break that molecule down into something else. And so that's what that's what certain enzymes are used for. So see, this goes all the way back to like what we're talking about, the protein. Proteins have so many different functions in the body.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this space, you got two proteins that are controlling neurotransmission, where it's controlling the amount of dopamine that's present. And by the amount of dopamine that's present, it tells your neurotransmitters to do a certain thing. So I think in the article he was saying that one side of his body is producing less dopamine than the other. So he has an imbalance. But he also is not breaking dopamine down as quickly as he's supposed to because he has a defective COMT gene, which probably means that he doesn't make enough COMT. So if he's not making enough COMT, his dopamine levels are going to stay higher than they're supposed to be because his body's not processing it fast enough. So that's actually, so to kind of go down a little bit of a rabbit hole, this is a little bit of how like drug design works. So the basic rationales behind making drugs is you want to make a drug that either keeps the concentration of a certain metabolite high, or you make a drug that influences the breakdown of that drug, or the breakdown of the native ligand that your body actually makes. So you either want to keep the concentration high or you want to make sure it gets metabolized very quickly. So by him having a defective COMT gene, he's essentially keeping his dopamine levels high, but it sounds like from the article, they're only high on one side of his brain. So there's an imbalance between those two, and so that's where that misfiring is coming from.
Is that why he's so nice at rapping?
Wait a minute.
It could be a gift and a curse situation.
Wait a minute. See, here's a problem that I have.
Uh-oh.
People lean on genes too much.
Okay. It's that Darwin thing again.
No. Just in general, what I've found is that people live like savages.
Uh-huh.
And the gene absolves them of all responsibility.
Okay.
So they get to go, oh, well, I'm having this problem because, I have this faulty gene mutation and blah, 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 blah.
But Royce is on record talking about how bad of an alcoholic he used to be, and that will absolutely inflame your vagus nerve.
Come on. That's where I was getting ready to go.
That will inflame your vagus
That's
nerve.
where I was getting ready to go. And that's why I was saying with the sugar, you know what I'm saying? Like you have, because alcohol is sugar technically. And then on top of that, let's just think about, so the real gateway drug is alcohol. Alcohol is a serious gateway drug.
Are you saying they're over marijuana? Because they call marijuana the gateway drug. So you're saying the real one
No,
is...
that's propaganda. That's from like the 20s. Marijuana is not a gateway drug. Marijuana is not a gateway drug. You get high, you go to sleep. That's it. Marijuana is not a gateway drug.
But alcohol is.
Alcohol, you stay up on alcohol. You want to do other things. You want to smoke cigarettes. You want to pop pills.
You definitely want
wanna
to
do
smoke
some
cigarettes.
cocaine. You want to. Alcohol makes you say yes.
Yeah.
Let's do some things. Like, let's go.
That's true.
Yeah, alcohol makes you want to do some things. Weed makes you want to eat, have sex, and go to sleep, and not necessarily in that order. You may not even get to the sex part. You may get some food, go to shorty crib, and be right there stuck on the couch by the morning. Like, wait, we didn't do nothing last night. Damn, I bought that expensive dinner and we ain't do nothing last. So yeah, so no, but the alcohol will get you going. And what I'm saying
no
is
positivity, no. She said, so we can go back to smoking for November? No.
see, look at all those doors just waiting to be open. So, but what I'm saying is MAOB, right? Because it got my mind to going as soon as Tanei mentioned MAOB.
Moab.
Like MAOB. What? That's cocaine. That's everything right there. That's the everything enzyme right there. That's the so especially being somebody who abused alcohol, I'm almost certain there's some other things, you know what I'm saying, that was in there. Because if I remember correctly, Eminem is the one who introduced our children to pills.
Yeah.
Yeah, most rappers that make it really big have a drug of choice that they, led the children towards. Like that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They have some sort of delinquent function that corporate America funds. Even if it's just Kanye with getting our children to drop out of school. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get, But yeah, Eminem was the pill guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure that it was possible for Royce to be Eminem's right-hand man without and an alcoholic. Eminem's right-hand man and an alcoholic without any pills. Like that. So
I forgot about the Eminem angle.
No.
All them Vicodins and shit.
Yeah, and think about M&M's, the candy. It's a chocolate candy. Little pills. So
ooh, that's nasty.
Yeah. So but I'm saying so I think Royce, he's falling back on the gene thing. Like, oh, well, this gene is like, okay, so we're just gonna ignore all the alcohol, possible cocaine, possible pills. We're gonna ignore all that other, and we're just gonna say this wild gene just got you, huh?
Yeah. While COMT could have a COMT mutation can play a part in that, there's a lot of other. I mean, I love Royce. Royce is one of my favorite rappers. He was doing some wild stuff. So
look at Dion. Dion, wait a minute. Dion's still advertising barbecue sauce.
Yo, that was crazy.
No. What was crazy was the fact that when I kept saying it was the KFC, y'all kept downplaying what I was saying. Like,
look, we didn't look. It was just funny the way you were saying, but we never said it wasn't true.
Right up until y'all seen him looking
no evidence
hot.
of any of us saying it was not true.
Right up until y'all seen him looking hot with that barbecue sauce, and then y'all was like, "Yo, this is crazy." I was like, "See, I told y'all. Now, what he gonna put that barbecue sauce on?" Right on that KFC.
We did not deny it. Nobody said, "Oh, it's not the barbecue sauce."
Chad, did you see that video?
And Dion is running that same program too. Oh, I got these bad genes because the genes is causing. All right.
Deion Sanders was out here with a slab of pig or some more shit. Where is that video? And I'm like, Deion, you just lost a leg last week in a nut and a bolt.
Yo, they was on Rook head when Rook said Rook was talking about that. I was like, yo, she didn't say shit wrong. Why are y'all mad?
That was on Rook page, right? That was whose page it was on. Let me go to her page. Because it went viral on her page.
Mm-hmm. They was on her head. I was like, man, she ain't say nothing wrong. Like, what are y'all upset about?
Careful out there, folks. If you hear me say something and then you also say it, you might. Just saying. You might go down. You see, what is this, episode 28? I done been up against charges 28 times.
Okay, you 28. Okay.
I'm the Cat William of Hotepistan.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Cat Williams was innocent and was actually innocent.
I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I've
say the
been
same
railroaded,
thing
and going through the appellate process will vindicate me by next week.
There is no appellate process.
There's definitely an appellate process.
Not a fair one. We're just letting you know that now.
That is crazy.
Social media pitmaster Les Barbecue pulled up on Coach Prime in Utah and blessed him with the smoke candy red oxtails, Texas,
Hold
in
on,
every
wait.
way.
What's that guy's name? Les Barbecue is his name?
Les Barbecue.
That's crazy. That's wow. His name is Les Barbecue. That's crazy. You're not supposed to listen. If you have any sort of diabetes, blood clot, anything, you're not supposed to have friends named Les Barbecue. Yeah, you're not supposed to be in contact with anybody whose name is.
Wow, what's wrong with the barbecue?
I think we should just play the Hotepistan music. Hotepistan, the kingdom of kings. Hotepistan.
She said, damn, we still not making a connection between diet and health. Prime done lost toes, a bladder, dealt with cancer, and just had his 16th blood clot surgery weeks ago. This how we getting down?
Well, look at your man Royce the 5'9". He having trouble eating coochie, and he hasn't made any connection between his illicit alcohol and cocaine use. Allegedly.
So you saying it's not the gene expression, or is the other stuff making that gene express itself?
Okay, so here's the thing, right? And here's what I found out. This is back in the days when there's always a new disease that's not a new disease, but it's like, what's the thing that's getting attention right now?
Mm-hmm.
But in the early 2000s, it was the BRCA1 and the BRCA2 gene. Like, that was having women living in fear. It still is having women living in fear, because Angelina Jolie just cut her whole body up. She's like, wait a minute, I have the gene.
Cancer, right?
Get rid of my breast.
Just breast cancer.
Yeah.
No, it's not breast cancer, though. It's all types of cancer. You get pancreas, all kind of stuff from.
No, I know, but that's in the context that people are.
Right. Yeah. But so once I started digging into the research, right, you find out that there are some mouse tumor viruses that are involved, which opens up a whole nother can of worms. But then also, I think the number was something like 35 or 40% of women with breast cancer actually have the BRCA1 and BRCA2 gene. So, and then of the women with the BRCA1 and BRCA2 gene, only like 25% of them, or some low number, was actually got breast cancer, whatever the case may be. So it just started me to looking all around everywhere. And yeah, it's not the genes, the genes don't dictate the whole story. You know what I'm saying? You have a potential. A gene is a potential. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, whether it's a good gene, bad gene, mutated gene, it's just a potential for a thing to happen. But it doesn't mean this thing will happen. It's not a guarantee. But the problem is, once a thing has happened and you go to the hospital, the way the hospital is designed, the hospital has to find a culprit. They have to find a reason that this happened to you, mostly because people want answers. And we're more focused on the reason this happened to me than how do I fix this, right? Even though the two can seem intertwined. But the genes always just get to be the bad guy. Like, oh yeah, we found it. Yep, look at this. You got this mutated gene right here. And so we just get to hop right over whatever you've been doing.
But could
for
the
last 20,
alcohol and
30 years.
cocaine make that gene
Absolutely. Absolutely.
mutate? It could cause mutations?
No. But it can get the mutation to going. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Genes are not
Activated.
always expressed. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then you can have problems. You can have problems with MAOB without having a bad gene. Like you could just have a problem from abuse. Like you can have a dopamine problem, or you know, like people that get high for years and years and years, their catecholamine cascade is not the same as regular folks.
Because their receptors are desensitized. So again, we talked about this before. When your receptors are desensitized, your body, you have to make more of. So there's a couple different mechanisms, but generally you either have to make more of the transmitter or the thing that's doing the neurotransmission,
The catecholamine, yeah.
the catecholamines, or you have to make more receptors that are not as desensitized.
Right.
But you might be blowed out from your body trying to do both for a decade or two or three.
Heather said, my 49-year-old boyfriend just had a double mastectomy for that. Wow.
How old is Heather? That's crazy.
She's a young lady.
Clearly not.
Clearly not.
I know them joints was fogging up. I'm surprised you lasted that long.
They was fogging up a minute ago. They were visibly fogged up. I was just trying to wait to see how long he was gonna hold.
Man, them joints notorious for fogging up, man.
Now yeah, you only say somebody's age when you like way older than them. So like you say, yeah, my 49-year-old, like, so hold up.
Yeah, them shit started cutting the circulation off to my face.
Miss Cougar. Heather is a cougar. She's a self-identified cougar.
Oh, that's best friend? That's what that means? I don't know. Y'all got all these fucking acronyms. She said BFFJ. I don't know what a BFFJ is. This is sound like friends with benefits. I don't know what the fuck that is.
BFFJ?
Yeah.
The J on the end makes it crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. Maybe
BFFJ. That sounds very like, like something's going on. Yeah, I don't know. Wow. J part just makes it crazy. I'm just saying.
She said you and her are the same age.
That's wild.
Yeah.
She just attacking me like the rest of
you. Yeah. Oh, so BFF? Oh, is that what that is? BFF? What is that? Best friends forever, right? So that's a lady. That's a lady that just got that done. Oh, okay. In my head, I'm thinking boyfriend. I'm like, why is your boyfriend getting his titties chopped off? That's kind of weird.
She said 49-year-old boyfriend, right?
No, it's BFF.
Oh, you mistook boyfriend.
Right.
Because you saw BFFJ. How do you get boyfriend from BFFJ?
I don't know. I don't know how these things
That's what
work.
I told you earlier with them glasses on. You was misreading things. I definitely said earlier them glasses was getting you.
Yeah. Saying BFF at her age is throwing me off. That's why I just assumed she said boyfriend, because who uses the term BFF? I don't know. It might be a white people thing. Damn. So what are we gonna do for Royce, man? We got to get him some mufkazut, some batana oil or something.
He's had too much mufkazut, all varieties.
Royce need a nap from the
man. Come on now, see, you coming around now? Yeah, Royce need a nap time. That's what Royce need, a nap time. Yes. We need to get him a nap time for real, for real. He need one of them hyperbaric chamber nap times. He need a serious nap time. Go and lay down.
Positivity as if constant use of XYZ imbalances and we have to regenerate receptors, what can we do for that?
We just said it. Go and lay your behind down.
Need
Take
a nap
time. Yes. Stop all that XYZ, and that's the problem.
Put down the
body,
muffkazoo.
depending on what it is, will resensitize pretty quickly, depending on what it is.
And depends on how long you've been X, Y, and Z. And see, that's the problem. Your body's always trying to fix itself every single day. But 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years in, systems start to burn down.
Yeah, you need extended naps. You need extended naps.
Yeah.
So some rest, some basically give your body a break from all the
XYZing.
Yeah.
Ain't no way around it.
That's that Mufkazut positivity. That's why we having no Mufkazut November.
I won't deny it. You've been getting higher.
Cass said fasting. Fasting should help, right?
No, maybe not. No. Most drug addicts are fasting when they're getting high. Like cocaine addicts are not really thinking about eating. And crackheads can go days without eating. They're fasting technically while they're binging.
But if you're off that drug, if you fast from drugs, fast from the food too, right? That should be good for the body. Start getting that autophagy in there and all of that.
No.
You want to get something in there good.
Think about it. We just spent an hour talking about proteins.
So you need some proteins.
Well, what's your body gonna build the stuff that you're supposed to be regenerating out of?
You're gonna need some good lentils.
Right. You're gonna need some good something. You got to have something to build. Like your body's got to regenerate stuff. It needs
building
material.
blocks. Yeah.
Yeah. And it needs energy to utilize those building blocks and do the work.
What was you drinking in that jug? What was that, watermelon juice?
No, it's a little that
Kool-Aid.
Blue magic, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, that was Kool-Aid.
Blue magic.
That shit was red. Ain't no blue magic in that shit.
The jug is.
There was red juice in there.
No, man, ain't no red juice in here. That's the color of the jug.
Oh. Your body needs the energy to repair itself.
Hotep stand. The kingdom of kings. Hotep stand.
Chad said you gotta put that shit up on Apple Music, Spotify.
Chad,
They're starting to come down on that stuff, right, Chad? Apple and Spotify are saying no to AI music because people are gaming the system.
Why do you keep referring to the Beatles' work as AI music? That is totally. This is Hotepistan. We're supposed to respect Kepra and the Beatles here. The Scarab family is supposed to be sacred here, if nowhere else. This is crazy.
Kepra and the Beatles are going to be under fire.
No. First of all, Kepra and the Beatles' work is philanthropy. See, this is what we into. We doing philanthropy for the community.
You keep using that P word.
Yeah, that's wow. He said the P word. Listen, we pushing P. We're not charging anyone. We're not selling the music. All you have to do is go to my page and listen away. Go crazy. I don't even have it monetized on my page, so that way you could listen to the playlist straight through without interruption.
YouTube will run ads on it if it gets popular.
No, they're not running no ads on it, bro.
YouTube said if they want to run ads on your shit, they're going to run ads on your shit and not pay you.
That's wild, bro.
It is wild. YouTube don't give a fuck about us.
No. It's you, sir. You just finding a way to talk reckless and crazy and greasy about the Beatles. And it's just crazy. In Hotepistan, that is blasphemy.
Pop said more charges for EnQi. Facts.
More chart. Hotepistan. The kingdom of kings. Hotepistan. Wow. That's crazy.
So I'm convinced that a nap is not going to cure
no one can cure anything except for by medical drugs or surgery. If it's not drugs or surgery, it is impossible to cure anything without going to prison. Just want to make sure we say that for the record.
Alleviate.
Hold on. What'd you say, Tanei?
That is correct.
Here we go. Okay. I am not going to real jail with you folks.
So, why is Hotep Jesus acting like he don't love the Beatles? I love the Beatles. So it seems like a nap he's gonna need something more than a nap.
Jazz now. The jazz is crazy over there.
Are you still talking about that AI music?
No, I'm talking about the Beatles music.
We're trying to help Royce. You know, Royce the 5'9" made a Hotep song about us, right? He's an ally of Hotepistan.
Okay, was he on cocaine?
He's probably watching right now. You know, I had connections to Lupe and all of that. Yeah, so he's probably watching right now. So what do you if Royce the 5'9" is watching right now? What are you gonna tell him to do?
I'm gonna tell him to go to the page and tap into them playlists as well.
You gonna tell him go listen to Dr. Kepper and the Beatles?
Come on now, it's fire.
EnQi, what suggestion? You're not his doctor. You're not licensed to make any decisions for his health. But as a friend, assuming you were his friend, and aside from going to his physician and seeking professional help, what in your
we got the watermelon. Watermelon is designed herbal support for his dopamine system. Actually, that's literally what the watermelon is for.
So it'll help him.
But what I would say is he just gotta he gotta I don't know what he's got going on in his life. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that, I would have to talk to him. Yeah. Because it could be it's complicated.
Yeah. Because it's a neurological. We talking about dopamine. Ain't dopamine supposed to make you happy?
Kind of, sort of, but it's
when you got excess, it just starts wilding out.
It's complicated. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that simple. It's easier to make jokes about it, though. Jokes just come fast and furious. That you started, by the way.
I didn't say no jokes.
No, you did, because you said he couldn't eat coochie. I mean, you're on the record. You're on the record with that. You said his coochie eating was, his coochie eating capacity might have been diminished. And then I came in to defend him and say, he might have high-powered coochie eating capacity now. That thing might be like, zzz. He might be able to compete with a rose.
Oh, God, not the rose.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat right now just pulled their rose out.
Come on now. 60% of the women are carrying them.
Tanei, what is your professional opinion?
Well, my make him opinion is that whatever therapy he's on is probably trying to.
AJ is setting us up with the feds tonight. That's crazy. That was good. Listen, that was good right there tonight. You that was good right there. My man said my med cam.
Yeah, his doctor probably has him set up with something that is leveling his dopamine levels out. So
okay.
So if the COMT gene is the problem, then that means his dopamine levels are high. But they're only high on one side of his brain. So you have to do something to balance it out on the other side. So it's probably something that would be down regulating.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Who is Pop Hotep? I'm just trying to figure out. No. Y'all laughing, bro. Who is Pop Hotep? Said I'm horny tonight. Like, this is crazy. That's wild. I'm just saying, that's crazy.
Who's texting you snitching? It's probably Tika.
Oh my God.
No, it's not Tika. I have an attorney.
Oh, Paul. It's Paul snitching.
And he has a legal team, so it doesn't have to be Paul.
Yeah, all right. We got snitches in the chat.
No, it's people with the legal team. How dare you say it's snitches in the chat when y'all done brought me up with charges and got clipped up timestamps? That is crazy.
Timestamps that wouldn't exist if you were not at the hose of consciousness.
Or if the snitch wasn't there clipping up the timestamp.
Listen, the video.
Look at you, yeah, you couldn't even get it out.
No, I'm stuttering because I'm tired. The video would exist regardless. The video would be there regardless.
Yeah.
We just made it easy for the jury to look at.
Philanthropy would exist regardless. The philanthropic efforts. We're engaging the community on the front line.
Pop said I said extra horny, by the way.
I just put the extra on there. You forgot that part.
You forgot the extra.
Pop is wild. I just say that. That's crazy. Discussing the status of my horniness is crazy.
You was wilding all night.
Get back to Calm T. So he's brought whoever his
But blaming me for you. You opened up the door to coochie eating, and then I get blamed for being extra horny.
Can Tanei explain the science?
Doing something to keep his dopamine levels balanced.
Keep his dopamine.
Some kind of drug intervention.
I'm helping Tanei. Tanei's not trying to explain nothing to you. You hot. That's why he's telling you, well, I think his doctor has already taken care of any medical needs that he may. Tanei is just giving you a softball over the plate. Like, he's not breaking down nothing for you. Yeah, you going to jail. He ain't trying to mess with you with that.
This is crazy. So, okay, this you know what's wild is that neurotransmitters can affect your tongue.
Neurotransmitters can affect your everything.
Yeah, they affect your everything,
Yeah, they can affect your everything, your whole body.
That's where the Parkinson's disease comes from, right? So like when your dopamine low, so that's what Parkinson's disease is. It's a deficiency of dopamine in your body. When your dopamine is too low, then it's when you get bradykinesia. So bradykinesia is the slow movement, the tremors, things like that you see that's characteristic of Parkinson's disease. But the flip side of that too is that if your dopamine levels are too high, then you start to get manic episodes. So there's always a balance of where your neurotransmitters need to be. Like I said, I just gave this as a test question. So the test question I gave was, you had somebody that had deficiency in creating dopamine, and so how do you want to treat it? Do you want to? So I gave them the pathway of all the enzymes that produce dopamine and then the enzymes that break it down. And you have this scenario where this person's not getting enough. So how do you want to treat it? And basically just made him explain how each enzyme is important in the process of making dopamine. But depending on what path you want to take, if you want to keep dopamine levels high, then you experience the side effects. You start to have manic episodes. But if you start to break it down too fast, then that's when you go through bradykinesia. So you have to balance out the diagnosis based on the person that you're looking at. And so when I gave the question, I gave him in the context of like a 48-year-old man, which was kind of a bait because it's like, you don't know anything else about him. You just know that he's 48. Mm-hmm. You can assume that, all right, we think that this person still wants to live a good quality of life. They're still 48. They're still fairly young, but you don't know what else he's been doing. That's why it's important to know patient history before you start.
Well, I'm 48. Heather.
Come on, man.
And you were obviously having manic episodes when you were on hose of consciousness, so we might need to do something about your dopamine levels.
Yeah, he got Parkinson's over there.
No, here's the thing, though. This might make it easier for you to get, HJ, if you just think about neurotransmitter. Right? Neuro.
Brain.
No.
Neuron.
There you go. Better.
But
right?
neuron
so
just means no
nerves.
charge.
Yeah, I don't know where you got that from.
Neuron lacks a charge. You got
Neutron.
Oh, that's a neutron. That's right. My bad.
Okay, hold on. No. Just stop it tonight. Take that hat and that jacket off immediately, sir. Get that jacket and hat off.
Oh my God.
Dr. Mufkazut is here to keep the people
No,
focused on
Doctor,
science.
you are no longer Dr. Mufkazut. You are a community scholar now. That was crazy. Literally, neurons and nerves work only because of their charge. Like, that's literally their main thing, is the charge.
They are charged, dude. That is true.
Yeah, it goes from, one to a higher, and then that's how they produce.
So why'd you bring up the neurons?
Because literally, we're talking about neurotransmitters.
Right. So you talking about neurons, brain
Right,
cells.
and nerves. Well, what I'm saying is this is how they work. So Tanei was getting deeper into like the genes and the catecholamines, but the whole idea is the genes is responsible for protein building. So it's kind of responsible for building the structures that is a part of the show. The catecholamines is there for function, right? But I want you to think of, because you said that it's wild to picture, something in your brain happening, having something to do with your mouth or whatever the case may be.
No, neurotransmitters specifically.
Right, neurotransmitters having something. But what I'm saying is they have something to do with everything, because everything is run by nerves. And so
But this is where shit gets complicated, because you're saying, all right, so everything is run on neurons and everything's built by amino acids.
Yep.
That's
not
good.
complicated. That's pretty. Now you got your jet. Now you hold on. Now you didn't. Yeah. Look. He fixing his glasses to you, buddy. Yeah. That was you were sharp right there. That wasn't confusing. You made that that's really clear. That's kind of how it goes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Made by amino acids, ran by nerves. Sure, that works.
Wow. All over?
All over.
Neurons everywhere.
Nerves and neurons. Neurons are the little tiny ones that are in the brain.
But neurons also exist in the heart.
Neurons also exist inside the heart and some other, but primarily neurons focus on brain, and nerves are their really, really big brothers that are everywhere else throughout the body.
Sending signals and communications and all sorts of shit.
Neurons and nerves are pretty much the same exact type of cell, but nerves are a lot bigger usually.
Are nerves made up of neuron cells?
I just said they're the same type of cell. That's like saying, is a black man made out of black man?
Same type of cell, but they're different.
Well, yeah, because a neuron, like for instance, you have one nerve. Like neurons are so small you can't even see them. That's how small they are.
Right.
But you have a nerve that goes from your spine to your foot. Like it's literally the size of your whole leg.
Right. But it's made of the same material.
Made out of the same material, correct? Because it's the same type of cell.
Oh, okay, that's different. Okay, so it's made of the same amino acid built.
And there's a lot of fat because you have to have because it's electric. You got to have insulation, correct? So you have the myelin sheath, and that's the insulation made out of fat.
They've been putting in some time.
That Dr. Mufkazut is here, baby. Dr. Mufkazut is here, nigga. I know my science, motherfucker. Huh?
You just said that the neurons have no charge. That's just
that was a mistake.
He meant neutron. What's all about for that?
Just saying thank you. Huh? Markel, you see the dot? You see Dr. Mufkazut, huh? Welcome to the lab, nigga. Welcome to the lab, Netcha.
Oh, and we doing netchers? That's wild.
Huh?
Okay.
I'm in here. Welcome to the lab. Have a seat. We dissecting frogs and turtles today. It's another classic episode of KeMedicine in the books. KeMedicine 28. Huh? Yes, sir. Dr. Mufkazut. Huh?
I was gonna say episode 29. That's a good little place to put EnQi charges on because that's the ending number.
That's an ending number. Yep. That means, you know, his sentencing is going to be episode 29. Yep. That is correct. We're gonna have to, you know, talk to the community and see, you know, what is gonna be the punishment for grifteteering and community grifting. Yeah, we have to figure it out. Tika said guilty.
I need to hit this. What?
Let's go, Tika. Welcome to Hotep instead, Tika. Let's go. Tika's one of us now. Let's go. Huh?
Sending me up the river should not be an initiatory practice. That is great. That's number one. Number two, I need to hit the share screen because this is getting out of control. So let's hit the share screen.
Are you about to do another concert?
Can we hit the share screen, sir?
Tanei is tired. I'm tired. We're about to play the EnQi prayer.
No, hit the share screen, sir.
Oh, God. Go, Chad. This is crazy. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. What song you about to play now? This nigga about to DJ and shit like he over there with the community scholars.
Listen.
Here we go. Everybody buckle up. I knew it.
The title is just
Eyes wide open but lost in the haze.
Wait a minute.
Pull up.
So, here we go.
You're chasing stars through a cloudy maze.
Yeah.
You're chasing stars through a...
This is also for Royce the 5'9".
You're chasing stars through a cloudy maze. Eyes wide open but lost in the haze. You think the spark is a powder dream, but it's love. It's love, it's the dopamine.
The dopamine. You hear that?
Powder dream, but it's love. It's love, it's the dopamine.
For you, Tika.
Your heart's got wings, but they're stuck on the ground.
For Dr. Mufkazut.
You need a lift that'll stick around.
Royce the 5'9".
Stop snorting, move, cause ooh, 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 ooh. Stop snorting, move, cause it ain't the answer. It's just a mute. Let your heart
For Pop Pop.
ignite, feel the truth. Stop snorting, move, cause you're a diamond buried in the dirt.
It's for everybody that voted guilty.
Polish the pain, let go of the hurt. The rush you crave is a fleeting light, but love burns steady all through the night. Your veins want fire, but your soul needs air. Find the fix in the love we share. Stop snorting, move, cause it's a counterfeit high, it'll pollute. Find the rhythm in your heartbeat. Stop snorting, move, cause stop snorting, move, cause
Okay. That is a lot of button pressing. That is a lot of button pressing over there, HJ.
I gotta get this fire tweet off, dog. I gotta get this fire tweet off.
Okay, just watch the wrist.
Election result today, Democrats 5, Republicans 0. Y'all still want to focus on black men being violent in Israel, or are y'all ready to grow up?
Mm-mm.
Wait, what you say?
The Democrats are 5-0 today.
Interesting.
5-0. Republicans lost all 5 major races today.
Oof.
That is very interesting.
All 5 major races today.
Well,
Lost.
Isn't that a result of blackmail?
Huh?
I mean, the Democrats were holding up the government, right?
Well, there is Chuck Schumer.
Now.
Chuck Schumer said, "Do not vote to reopen the government until after the election," because he wants people to go out and vote. So there was that.
That's right. There was some Democrat blackmail going on. Like, yeah, so we ain't gonna open up. No, nobody's getting a check. And them people whose money got funny, they was like, I'm sorry. We don't care about the issues. We just need to stop snorting.
They need to go ahead and reopen the government. I got grants to apply for.
The government's reopening right now. They just said that. Democrats won 5. Watch how things get soothed over quickly.
Right.
Things are going to get soothed over very quickly now. Yeah. Things are going to be back to business now. Oh, okay, now we. Yeah.
Paul Johnson, Your Honor, the defense appeals on the grounds of gross procedural malpractices. This trial is invalid because the court violated Hotep Code of Judicial Conduct 2.01, denial of due process. The entire proceeding was a trial by ambush.
Let's go.
The court refused to grant the necessary time, forcing us to defend against a complex charge written on a napkin moments before the session. Tanei.
That's right.
You know what to do.
That's passing. That's
He's going to jail.
That is passing. No.
You're going to jail now.
Oh, we'll see you tomorrow, big dog.
Going to jail now. You're going to jail now. You got time out for a whole day. See you tomorrow, nigga.
That was crazy just right there. Listen.
We'll see you tomorrow.
That just worked right there, Paul. Just going to jail is worth it. Thank you. You done got me out of this conviction. That's great.
That's not what
That's
happened.
Absolutely exactly what has happened. This has been a gross. This has been gross negligence.
Absolutely not.
Lack of due process, jury tampering, witness tampering, every kind of tampering and illegal malfeasance. There's been malfeasance. Malfeasance is afoot.
That's great. I'm glad you know how to use malfeasance in a sentence because the community scholars don't. But things next week.
The fact that you're still ignoring is what we're pointing out. So that's just further saying that this
I'm
is
not ignoring. I just don't care. You're getting sentenced next week. There's a difference between ignoring and not caring.
It is the same thing. It is the same thing. We're not having due process, and without due process.
Your own people turn it against you. The only person
there's no court without due process.
You know who we should let sentence you. Tika actually should be the one to sentence you since you want to roll over on her mid trial.
That's crazy. Tika's the getaway driver, so
sick. You still dropping times on Tika.
That's a fact. She going
Tika,
down.
I want you to see this. I want you to see this.
She going down in a Rico.
Damn, Tika, under the bus.
And then backed it up.
Under the bus.
He backed it up and then drove forward again.
That's a fact.
Doo-doo. That's what I heard.
That's a fact.
Terrible.
Tika was snorting that mufkazut. Along with HJ, talking about, lock him up, HJ. That's crazy.
Tika said, find another driver.
Well, Paul can drive when he's not in prison.
Paul got to get out of jail first.
Paul's in jail.
Pop is gonna be my new driver.
Matter of fact, let me adjust him. He gonna do.
I can at least trust Pop.
Pop.
Yeah, I thought
Pop.
light-skinned Keisha was gonna drive for us, and she's hot. She might have something on her. Like we might get pulled over because of her.
Yeah, you don't want to get her. Yeah,
we can't associate with that kind of company.
Pop gonna drive you right to the gulags and drop your ass off. That's what he gonna
do.
He's gonna drop you out right out front.
Nah, Pop is one of them sturdy old timers, man. He got a little 22 in his boot. You know what I'm saying? He one of them. You know what I'm saying? We good with Pop. We know where we stand. You know what I'm saying?
All right, EnQi, we're out. Next week, we got more topics, plenty more topics, a lot of shit we didn't get to tonight. Dubs in the chat if you enjoyed tonight's episode.
Don't try put no dubs at me getting convicted.
Dubs
Y'all
in the
better be
chat.
unsatisfied. Y'all better be unsatisfied with this episode.
Dubs in the chat.
No.
Another classic.
Totally unsatisfied with this episode.
No, sir.
That is crazy. Mr. Neutral Neurons.
Don't worry about that. Dr. Mufka's proved himself in the end. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 2 p.m. for Hotep Jesus Live. What time is Jet School opening up tomorrow?
Probably early.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more time.
Probably early, man.
What time is Jet School opening up tomorrow?
I don't know. I've been late, up late at night.
So is that 10 a.m., 8 a.m.? What's early? Because early is relative.
Early for you is anything before 12 noon.
No. Before 8 is early. I'm up at 8. I got stock market shit to look at. I'm up. I got to see the pre-market and all sorts of shit. So I'm up at 8.
So probably like 10.
10? All right.
Probably around there.
All right, there you go.
10, 11.
Make sure y'all check in Jet School. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We out of here. We about to play Dr. EnQi Prayer on the way out. Great job, fellas. I'll see you next week.
Peace.
Rolling through the sand like a thought in disguise. The scarab spins truth where the cosmos collide.